reveal, and he didn't want it. So
Is he just gonna be all? He's always been there, huh?
Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, Octavius.
like that GIF when Angela walks up behind Dwight.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey, ah,
It's like, where'd you come from? I've always been here. What? Yeah. I was in Oakhurst
Alrighty.
with you. You don't remember that?
can anybody tell us what happened the last epic session?
Before we start, Pat, I
yeah,
just want to say that
I
I'm
need
sorry.
music, actually.
That I'm sorry. I was reading Chromatic Orb, and there's a material component where I need a diamond worth 50 gold,
Okay.
and I've just
Good
been
to know.
spamming that. So I'm
Do you need
sorry,
one
but-
for each use?
Yeah, one for each use, and
Oh,
I don't think that's true.
That's-
No,
it-
no.
I
it
don't
is,
think that's
it
true.
is.
I don't think that's
It
true.
is.
I actually don't think that's true.
It is.
No, I don't think it is.
So you have to deplete your gold. How many times have you used it?
I don't know if the diamond gets consumed each time.
he's in debt.
Let's say it
I don't
does.
think
Let's
that
say it
does.
does because you're a scumbag. You know. Let's say it does.
Shut up, Dean.
Because
Uh,
like in Critical Role when they use it, like he just has one diamond that he pulls out of his robes.
Oh. So it may just be a diamond and
Yeah.
just one diamond.
How much
I
gold you
can
got?
use?
Deplete it by 400.
No,
And if you can't, you're in debt to the Wizard Lord.
so
Wizard Lord.
should I like take 50 gold out, Pat, or something?
No, you're gonna need to buy a diamond.
Okay. Yeah,
You're gonna need to find
I'm
it.
sorry. I did not read the materials
Uh-huh.
correctly.
Whoa.
What the hell is that?
What kind of anime shit is playing?
I have it deafened, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're good now. Yeah, so you're gonna need to find a diamond.
Okay.
And I'm strict on material components when it comes to large spells like that. Like if the Matt Mercer is like, oh, you need like 30 pounds of incense in order to cast the spell. Like, no, I'm not gonna make you buy 30 pounds of incense.
Yeah,
But a
he does that in
diamond,
the
like,
second
that's-
campaign also.
Yeah, a diamond is like, that's something you're probably gonna need to pick up. Well, you need like 3 pounds of charcoal. Yeah,
Like he made Liam his character's a wizard. He made him buy like 10 pounds of paper
Oh my god.
Jesus,
and like
Yeah,
20
no,
pounds
I'm
of
not gonna
ink
do
or
that.
something.
I'm not gonna do that. That's-
Why?
Because that's how wizards learn new spells.
Spell book.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alrighty. Well, I think we're ready to get started. Who can tell me what happened in the last episode? The last
Kill the
session?
dragon.
We killed Urki. We didn't kill the dragon. We killed Urki.
He was a dragon.
No,
Urki the dragon.
He was a dragon.
he was Urki pretending to be a dragon.
He was a dragon pretending to be Urki.
That's more accurate. Yep.
See, you're wrong. I'm right.
So did Urki ever exist?
How did he get in the
Is
that
that philosophical?
He let them capture him, or because he's a dragon, and though there was dragonborn that worship dragons, they probably just let him in.
Hey, that's smart thinking right there.
He was in a cage.
He probably it was a, you know, it was a play. He was pretending.
Oh, they was putting on a play?
He was putting on a charade, you know.
Who's into that kind of stuff?
Charade.
Whatever.
Can we
That's
get
not a
back on
word.
track?
Do you guys remember what the Soul March, the dragon temple that the Soul March is built to worship?
White dragons.
Nope.
Oh,
White
Green.
dragons are the
green
dumb ones.
dragons.
Mm-hmm. Do you know specifically what green dragon?
No.
I don't remember. Was
Urkel.
it the one we killed?
Nope.
Urkel. Urki's dad.
Urkel.
That's Dr. Urkel to you, Dean, okay? You didn't waste all that money in university for nothing, right?
Oh.
Damn it.
No, the Soul March is named for the ancient green dragon Ashardalon,
Oh wait,
It
I
was
wrote that
built-
down.
It was
Where
built
is it?
in worship to that dragon, and then after the Chroma conflict, it faded into obscurity and disuse. And that's when Bodak took it over and used it for his own experiments. Or
What was the green dragon's name?
A shard
just
of
killed-
Watts. Oh, the one
the,
we just
the
killed.
ancient one,
No, the one we killed. That was Urki.
Shurdala.
Shurdala.
SH. Here, I'll type it for you. Where is?
Which I have his head. Haha.
Her.
Her.
Is it her? Herky was a girl?
I have it.
It's a dragon, Dean.
No, we put it in the bag of holding.
You're right.
You still have that white skull, and it takes up plenty of your crotch.
Well, I'll review for Austin since he's new. So after defeating a pretty large populace of people at the bottom of the Gray Scratch Mountains, the Swampy Six descended further into the mountain. They discovered a small oasis, and beyond the oasis, they discovered a young green dragon by the name of Shurdala. And during Shurdala's monologue, revealed that she was in fact the dragon that slew Rinsmith Saltwater, Gargle's father, and took all of his belongings with him and left him for dead. But left Shurdala pretty scarred, pretty damaged during the fight. And she ran her mouth a little bit, talking about how Urki's family is weak and doesn't deserve to live.
Gargle's family.
Yeah, Gargle's family. They were brought to blows, and I believe it was Scatch who delivered the final
Yeah,
death
I
shot.
think I sniped it.
Yep, killing the green dragon. They had met an individual there by the name of what? Dean?
The person?
The girl.
The blind.
Blind.
Oh,
Or-
Femeline. I was
Femeline.
like, what? I was like, which person? I was like,
Sorry,
we met a bunch.
I should have been more specific. They met a former father or former friend of Gargle's father named Femeline Adbender, who instructed Gargle that based on his heroics and having family history in the city and just being a very powerful and prestigious dwarf, she offered Gargle the chance to become the new mayor of the town underneath the Gray Scratch Mountains known as Ada Muldur. Gargle chose to think about it, ponder it a little bit, before racing off through the darkness, thankfully missing 3 random encounters just by pure luck of the die roll, and arriving in Hearth at around 1 to 2 p.m. for a wedding. And this wedding is for an individual that Gargle has a crush on but barely knows, and is looking to sabotage her entire life based on the fact that he's got a bit of a thing for her. So we're going to see how that goes.
It's
I
gonna be
forgot
good.
about that.
Yep.
Hey, you won.
So
Half Pat.
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
killed
Hey,
I told you guys before, I was keeping track of the amount of time that you guys spent in the mountain, and you were getting dangerously close to not having enough time. So, I mean, if you guys stayed and fought and did another short rest or something, you would have missed the wedding. You were very close.
Didn't we get there
So-
right as the wedding was starting?
No, the wedding isn't until like the evening. You're in like mid-afternoon.
Oh, I
It's, like,
thought.
mid-afternoon right now.
Okay, I thought
but
we
people
got
are-
there
people are showing
just
up.
as it was starting.
No, people are showing up for the wedding. They're like beginning to attend. You know, they're
Gotcha.
arriving and bringing their presents, starting to day drink, that kind of thing. But it's not.
Hey,
We're not
Wait.
ready to start yet.
where's Sketch? There's day drinking.
He's been drinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's always drinking.
Yeah, he's always drinking. Are you kidding me?
So, any questions, Austin, about things as they've led up?
No, I think I got the gist of it, and I'm sure that things will unfold more as as we play.
Sure. All right, let me get my die together.
Oh, I gotta find mine.
One moment. Yeah.
Clickety clackety, I roll to attackety.
Nice.
Well, I can tell you that right now. If you're gonna say that anymore, we're just gonna have that. It was a good run, but
Wait, are we drinking or no? Are we? You guys want to drink?
I think we were running into town. We were trying to get there as fast as we were.
I meant like us.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah.
Way ahead of you, kid.
Maybe.
well, yeah. I was gonna say, Spencer,
I
you're.
get
Let's
something.
be honest. You're already drinking. Like,
Well, I can be.
He's a slave to the drink.
if you shooting magic missiles through a wall is any indication of your drinking.
I won't. I
gosh.
won't go that bad. Okay. I
Oh,
won't
that
go
was
that
bad.
deep anymore.
That was deep.
It's so funny. You asked me to get you water like 3 times from a water cooler that was like 5 feet away.
I can barely fucking stand, Levi.
You're like, Levi, can you go give me some water?
All right. I'll wait for Dean to get back.
I'll go grab a drink.
All right, I'm here.
Levi, you were like Legolas. You took like one drink and were like, I think it's affecting me.
Where is my? Make sure for all persuasion rolls, or insight rolls that guards might have, I'll make sure to use my wormwood die.
I'll make
How
sure
do
to use
I-
them too.
How do I? What are my saves?
No,
How do I come up with my
I-
saves, Spencer?
I think Spencer went to the bathroom or went to
Oh.
drink. So you mean how to determine your saving rolls?
Yeah. Like if if someone's gonna go against me with like a strength save, what is that? Is it just?
Well, so you would look at your strength modifier. You should have a strength save,
All right.
like a symbol next to your saving throws. So if you have proficiency in that, you would roll a d20, add your strength modifier, and then you would add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in that skill.
Oh, that's how we do it then.
Yeah. So if you're proficient in strength or athletics, acrobatics, etc., you would roll the d20, add your strength modifier, and then depending on if it was athletics or acrobatics, you would add that.
Okay.
Plus your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in it. Which I don't know if you're proficient in strength or not. I know
Okay.
you roll in strength, yeah, but I don't know if you're proficient in it or not.
That's one strong rat, bro.
For real. All right, let me dump these. Is everybody back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty. Let me get situated here.
Hunter's making me drink PBR.
Ew.
Nice.
Makes me puke, man.
Just keep drinking. It gets better.
Tyler, for the backgrounds of your drawings, you use the exact same background thing. You just color it different.
Yeah, I just copy and paste.
Oh,
Just
okay.
for these, makes it faster.
Yeah.
Bro, you just
Still looks
exposed
nice.
yourself.
Oh no!
Okay, so normally we would start out at a wedding, but we fly through the ether to a different space outside of the world of the game, breaking the fourth wall.
Oh,
We see a woman sitting at a desk. She is writing a letter in what appears to be dim candlelight. You notice that the time here is a little bit different, whereas now it's maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon. It's closer to dusk where this person is. They're sitting, writing in a long piece of paper. And as the fantasy camera pans slightly to one side, we see that it's a familiar face to you. The face of Julia Hercross, a name that
Oh.
you should all
Mm-hmm.
be familiar with,
Yep.
and a face you should be familiar with. You see her feverishly scribbling with a quill on a large piece of parchment. You're not able to exactly make out what is said before the fantasy camera pans to the door as we see someone open the door and hurriedly rush in. Julia quickly rolls up the scroll, takes a small seal, the little button pushing seals thing that creates a seal on, stamps it on the scroll, and hurriedly hands it to the individual that walked through the door. The individual grabs it, slightly bows their head, turns around, and runs out the door. There's a moment in the candlelight where Julia sits, takes a large inhale, and then exhales. And then all of a sudden, you hear a knock at the door. She gets up and gets ready to speak a word before a bright flash of light and sound. And now we're back at a wedding.
Oh,
Gargle.
fuck. She's dead.
You are currently, you and the party are currently waiting outside of a large glass and metal domed structure. This structure itself is built to be very visually drawing. It's meant to grab your eyes and focus them. The glass is framed and sculpted in different patterns, almost to give every other piece of glass a rainbow-like effect. And depending on where you stand and your position in correspondence with the sun, gives you a different colored effect. It's beautiful. You can only imagine what it looks like on the inside. As you begin to glance, you burst through the gates, flashing your badge in order to enter. You see a very large line of quite noble individuals. You see high elves, you see half elves, humans, no dwarves, but gnomes, no halflings or anything like that. It seems to be the prestigious members of the Hearthian Society are here. Men and women dressed in beautifully sewn gowns, suits, pants, shoes, are arm in arm with one another, laughing and having conversation, expectantly waiting to be allowed entrance into this structure. On the inside, you can hear the soft, very, very soft and delicate sound of a flute and a violin playing in the background, just welcoming people into the space. What do you and your party do?
So we're all there with them.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Are we? So it's kind of like a ballroom or a guest
It's very
room?
similar, yeah. So it's a large structure that at its base is like 2 stories tall, but then there's the large glass dome that has like metal kind of supports that kind of lay inside of it, and that just brings all the natural light into the center of the space. So
Okay.
and you guys have been in here before, if you recall. You spoke to an individual in here so you guys got a view of the interior. As you walk through the door, on the left-hand side is a large stage that would house many performances or musical acts or anything like that. And you don't know where you are. Your GPS is on the fritz. You don't
Yeah.
know anywhere in the world right now. In fact, you might be in Anarchesia. You might want to check.
Oh shit.
Goggle. What are we doing here again, mate?
Oh, we're
Takes a
stopping
big swig.
We're stopping a wedding.
What?
We're stopping a wedding.
He just kind of does a 1,000-yard stare.
Just stand there and don't talk to anybody.
Who's wedding again? I forget.
Giselas.
Gisela.
Whose first name is what, Dean?
That was her first name. Is it not?
Nope.
Oh boy.
I
Here,
don't
let's see if I have it written down.
Yeah, do you have
Inspiration for the first person that can tell me her name.
No,
Her
I don't.
first-
I don't have it
The,
down.
the
Mayor.
mayor's name? Julia?
Nope.
No.
Julia
Julia
Hercross.
Hercross. That's from Oakhurst.
Wait, who was that then?
What?
Julia.
In your 4th dimensional vision, that was Julia Hercross.
And
that you saw.
Oakhurst, right?
That was the one
Nice.
who lost her children.
Nani?
The-
Who we found
Oh,
out
yeah.
from the Soul March?
Oh.
She didn't give us enough money.
Oh.
She what?
She didn't give us enough money.
Oh yeah, we accidentally persuaded her for more money.
Accidentally.
You, Dean,
I
you
forgot.
did that.
I forgot how much the deal was.
Yeah,
for
I know your kids died, but I'm gonna need a little bit more than that.
Scumbag.
Compensate.
Dude.
So,
yeah,
yeah,
we lost a friend
just-
too.
Just for clarification, that was just me putting a little bit of spin on the narrative. That's you just had a fourth wall vision. None of your characters are obviously aware of that. It was just like breaking the fourth wall
Yeah,
type of thing and giving you a vision of something happening somewhere else.
You should
It's a
do
little
that more.
storytelling thing, yeah.
Because here's the deal: we probably will go back up north, right?
For what?
I need to.
The main quest.
Oh,
Ammo.
right. Yeah. Forgot.
I want Cody Dean to roll me a history check.
Yes.
Go ahead. Roll a history check, Dean.
See if your
Uh,
Or
brain
no,
shapes
this
up.
would be a nature check. This would be a nature check.
What's my proficiency bonus?
What do you think your proficiency in nature is, Dean? Do you think you're proficient in nature?
A little bit. I mean, I grew up on a
Okay.
farm.
So I say add 3 to your roll. Add
Alright,
3 to your roll.
17.
17. You would know that in this fourth wall dimension that only Cody Dean saw, you would gather that based on the way that the sun was in this vision, that it was not in the same part of the continent that you are currently on.
Ah.
It seemed to be further east.
Oh, interesting.
And you know that Hearth and Soul March are and Oakhurst are relatively close. Maybe slightly, separated by maybe an hour or two behind. But this location seemed to be like 3 hours behind, 3 or 4.
He's taking us across the world, boys. Do we follow it?
Probably the same continent. Oh, excuse me. It's just allergies. Probably the same continent that you're on right now. Excuse me.
Oh, you okay, Pat? Jeez.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry. It's just coughs.
Must be that fire.
Yeah, it is. You're not kidding.
Wow, too soon.
Hey, that's another thing. Above the table, at any moment, I could get an emergency alert on the phone that says "evacuate right now." So just let that be known. All right, continue.
That's scary.
Yeah, continue.
So the mayor's first name.
The mayor's first name. Inspiration to anyone who can tell me the mayor's first name.
I had it written down on Dio's character sheet.
Oof.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I
Oof.
wrote it down on another paper, which
Alessandra.
No.
What? I don't think you ever gave
Take
it
a
to us.
guess.
Yep, I did. I gave it to you. Yep.
Sombra.
Sombra.
I said Alessandra.
Sindel.
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
Sindel is a different family.
What's her first name? We don't know.
You don't know. No one has it written down at all.
I'm looking for Dio's sheet.
Pretty sure I do, but I'm too lazy to get up and. Oh wait, hold on. No wait, no, I threw it away. Never mind.
Wow.
Sorry.
The disrespect.
I thought I wrote down everything in my notebooks. I guess I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
Any last chance on that inspiration, Levi?
I can't find the sheet. It's in this pile of paper somewhere. Maybe, or it might be at my dad's house. Honestly, don't know.
Yeah, my
Well,
dog
I
ate
guess
it.
you'll have to find out.
Guess
Unless
we'll-
you want to call her by her last name. She's going to be screaming her last name all night long. She's going to be screaming her own last name?
Hey, watch it.
So,
All right. What are you guys
yeah.
doing?
I am currently disguised as my usual human disguise.
Okay.
And I want to look around for some food, some fancy food.
Okay, well, you are not inside yet. There's a
Oh.
large line of people you are in the exterior of the building.
Oh.
There's, like I said, there's a large line of people, like dignitaries, arm in arm with one another, who are waiting in anticipation to get through the door.
Okay.
is there, I guess, have we been in this area before?
Dean.
Dean. Yes, he said yes.
Stop with your.
What is that?
The world?
Oh my god.
Is that? I'm gonna take a wild stab and say that was Ryan queuing some weed nonsense into the bot.
I don't think he's online.
No, I mean like left over from him.
Oh.
Queuing some weed.
It probably was. Well, actually, I
yeah.
might
So,
see it.
Dean, you are outside of the area. You are in the main. So there's like a large
I didn't know if
street
there was an
that moves
intro
up into the
area
castle.
and then the inside area. That's
So
what I was wondering.
so there are people waiting outlined at the exterior of the building.
Okay.
So
okay,
you
that's
walk
fine.
through. So picture like if you're looking straight ahead, the gate is behind you that you entered. In front of you, probably half mile, is the castle that you meet Jexay in frequently, and then immediately to your left, caddy corner to your left, is the building. It's like one of the first buildings you see when you walk in.
Oh, okay.
So would I know if there was a back entrance since I've walked past this building?
You would not have any knowledge of any back entrances, no.
I think we have time to go look. Well, obviously we have time, right? If it's not for a few hours or maybe an hour before this starts or so. Can I go behind the building and see if there's a back entrance? There's got to be a place where like wedding party and officiants like go in.
Okay, you can investigate if there's a back entrance, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go behind the building and just
Okay.
circle around.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. This would be, I'd say, perception check.
Okay, that's fair. Damn. 12.
12. Okay. As you make your way, so if you're facing like the long street that the castle goes towards, right, and if the castle is your 12 o'clock, the gate that you just came through is your 6 o'clock. The building is like at your 9:30, 10 ish. You can kind of follow the left road immediately to your like 9 o'clock and kind of go around the other way. So this is why I like meeting in person, because you can see my hand gestures.
Well, you also have a map of the city, don't you?
Right. Yeah. So I can kind of walk you guys through that. That's a better idea. Are you guys in the Hearth map? No, you're not.
There we are.
Yep. All right. So this is kind of the main street, right? Man. This is kind of like the main street right here going through. And then
Okay.
this is the castle, obviously, right?
Right.
This whole thing is the castle. So your building is like right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you guys are like right here. And then
Okay.
people are moving into the building like this way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so you can kind of come around the backside and look this way, sort of?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you got a 12 in your perception, so you're able to come around the corner, and you do see that there is a small sort of alleyway that leads further into the back sort of connections in between buildings in this backspace. You can see with your 12 perception check individuals dressed in white that are kind of making their way out, grabbing things out of carts and then bringing them inside. And the entrance to this alleyway is flanked by 2 members of the Opal Assembly, and in full regalia with spears, just kind of standing at attention, holding the alleyway.
All right. Well, I think we found our entrance, boys.
Are we there with you?
I think so. I say.
All right,
hey, come on.
so you're trying to break in, right?
Well, maybe we could persuade them to let us in.
Okay, I don't want to be the like controlling DM, but I'll be your benevolent DM in this sense, and remind you that you did pay a hefty sum to an individual here in order to get access to the party. Do you remember you came in and you spoke to someone, and you paid them a large amount of money?
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
To give you, I'm not trying to like control your narrative here. It seems like you forgot that you shelled out a large portion of money to bribe this person to
that
get
was
into
just to
the
find
wedding.
out when the wedding was, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
I'll leave it up to you guys.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was all we did. We paid when the wedding was. I thought that was before we went to the Gray Scratch Mountains. You're right. So we just walked. Yeah, we just walked through the door. We're kind of just trying to pretend like we belong. So we could try to like persuade our way in. I don't want to break in, but at the same time, I just need to get in and talk to somebody. Mainly talk to her.
We could find that guy
Her
again
isn't
because
her
he said
name.
he would sell us invitations to the wedding.
Oh
we came back.
yeah. What was his name? I don't know if I wrote that down.
Oh my
I don't think I had in my notebook.
You guys are
last time.
killing me.
I don't think I had my
One of
notebook.
them's name
when
was
we played.
Eric, but that was like the
That
other
was
guy
the
that he
twerp.
bullied.
Yep.
Why didn't
Dang,
I
Dean.
forgot? Don't look at me.
Am
You
I
guys
gonna
can
start
also
taking
take
notes,
notes.
I take notes on what I think Poro would remember.
Ooh, Poro's not very helpful then, huh?
No, he is not. So, we should probably. I mean, I could disguise myself, but the rest of the year are gonna be fucked.
Do you have any spells that puts people to sleep?
I do, but I don't have it, activated right now. What's the word?
You're the worst sorcerer ever.
Shut your mouth.
I don't know. What do you guys think? We got to get in. Or we can abandon this quest line altogether. Either way.
No.
Why don't we just walk in?
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
The front door or the back door?
I mean, we could dress up as
Whatever door
servants.
you want.
Like they're all dressed in white. Why don't we just put on white
wait,
clothes?
Yeah. What do we see? Is the cart behind the guards?
Yeah, so you have the alleyway. That's a small alleyway. It's not any bigger than maybe 6 feet apart.
Okay.
And then it expands wider after the alleyway into sort of like a back area. Like you would picture an alleyway behind like a prominent, sort of like music hall or something like that. It kind of expands wider. And then in that you can see like some trash bins, and there's a large cart that's pulled up, backed up by a couple of horses that has a large amount of food and other miscellaneous, fabrics and things like that is being unloaded into the space.
Oh, I got an idea. How about we pretend that we're servants, but we have no idea what we're doing. So we
That's
go
fair,
over there.
'cause
and-
we could pull that off real easy.
Yeah. We could ask around and see, ask people what they want us to do, and I mean that seems like an easy way to get in.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. Here, cover me while I change my disguise.
Okay. We'll all stand on a wall around him, much like someone stands around their friend if their friend gets soaked and has to change out a cloak.
Yeah, not obvious at all. Absolutely, you're able to do that, no problem.
Sweet. Perfect.
All right. I just want to change it to
roll.
like a really thin human that's like dirty, or not like
Okay.
totally dirty, but kind of living paycheck to paycheck. It's not the cleanest person.
Okay, you actually are doing this in broad daylight, in front of God and your mother and everyone.
I mean, with
we
the group
can-
surrounding me, yeah.
I mean, okay, keep in mind you have two people under 4 foot in your party, and then 2 massive giants in your party.
Stand behind the giants.
The good old trench coat trick.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll like a stealth check or something if you're trying to do this inconspicuously.
All right.
So what is trying to be done? I'm a little lost here.
You weren't paying attention, were you?
No, I was trying to find out the name of Gisela.
That was
Figure it out.
14.
No.
14. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple rolls here.
We're trying to disguise ourselves as servants to get in through the back door.
Okay.
Oh.
You seem to do so successfully.
Sweet. All right, you guys ready? Wait, what about the lizard?
Does anyone have any white robes?
I can cast. I can disguise myself to
Yeah.
look like one of you.
For how long?
An
Is-
hour?
If it's disguise self, it's an hour.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Okay. Let's do it. Just make yourself into human.
Yes, yes. I cast disguise self on me to look like a human. The same human.
Roll anything with you, do I?
I don't think so.
I guess. Okay.
Can you disguise other? Can either of you disguise other people?
No, I cannot.
I don't think I can.
You got a big coat, mate? I could just fit in that coat. Just looks at him.
How about you put on my my robe of useful items?
Hey,
So-
there you go.
Yeah, you
Throw
put
it on top of him.
you put that on, it'll cover you up.
It could be your backpack.
Yeah.
I mean, Scotch is pretty small. Someone could throw him on and pretend he's a.
It's a massive backpack. It's just the word on the backpack of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep in mind, you would have to cover the giant, all your equipment, the giant gourd. You have to
Gun.
find something that fits Wrecker and isn't gonna bust in the gut.
All right. Well, I think we're ready.
All right.
Okay, as you guys are beginning to prepare and start to talk amongst yourselves, you hear the clambering of a pretty loud, sounds like suit of armor that approaches from behind you. As you turn around, a incredibly large half-orc individual in full metal suit of armor and regalia with a large red symbol of an eye begins to approach you. I want all of you to roll me a religion check, please.
Oh crap. Oh, natural 20.
8.
Nice fudging, Dean.
16.
It's not a fudge. You can look at it.
5.
6.
6? Okay, so Dean, for some reason, I don't know how you know this,
I don't know
but
how
for
either.
some reason, you are very familiar with something called the Seldarine. Seldarine. The Seldarine is the fellowship of brothers of sisters of the Elvish lords, of the Elvish gods. It is led by an individual who is genderless. They take a numerable amount of genders, named Corellon Larenthian. Corellon Larethian. And inside of the Seldarine, led by Corellion, is a god that is pretty popular amongst the warring tribes of Elvish people, and it is the symbol that is on the chest of this half-orc is the symbol of Vandria. She is the goddess of war, justice, and grief. And right as you recognize that and you're about to say something, the orc approaches you and says,
Excuse me, what is it that you're doing?
Oh my gosh.
Do not make me ask twice. What is it that you're doing? Are you trying to get into the wedding?
No.
Maybe. No. Who wants to do you?
I do believe that I recognize you. You are the Swampy Six, yes?
Well, there's only 5 of us.
That depends. Are you gonna kick us out?
No, no, no. I've been looking for you. Dexay has told me all about you, and I believe that we have common goals, and I would love to explore that with you at some point, but right now, there's a wedding to celebrate. Let us go and party and have a great time. I'm here with my mother. Please, just come with me, and I will get you into the party under my name.
But we're freaks.
The Lord Alexander name will get you into the party, no problem.
Wait, you're a lord?
Well, my father was.
What?
You hear
wait,
that,
Oh.
guys?
What's your
He's
Pish
name?
posh.
rich.
Pish
He's-
posh, man.
He's a rich guy. He's one of them rich guys.
My apologies. I should have introduced myself. My name is Sir Octavius. Excuse me, sorry. Sir Octavius Cornelian Alexander III, Knight of the Vandrian Order.
But
I come from Melara, with the
I'm
high
gonna call you
elves.
Octopus instead.
That's fine. That's fine. It is but a name. But please, please come with me. Come with me. My mother and I are great friends with Marisol Gazella, and we would love to introduce you all and have a grand time.
Okay.
Soul. Is
Whoa.
that free drinks?
What was her name again?
Did you not know? Do you not know Marisol's name?
We forgot it.
You forgot.
We've had headed.
What
we've
is it
had-
that you're doing here?
Uh,
if not for the wedding, do you not know the bride to be?
Well, we're on a holy mission, as you probably would understand.
I mean, I do. I just I would have thought that you I would have thought you would have been a little bit more prepared for this.
Well,
Above
we're-
the table, Pat. I don't know if you told us that. To be real,
I was scouring the video.
did.
You first introduced her as.
I was
Mayor
scouring the
Isabella.
video as well.
no, you guys were
You
you guys
guys?
were going that far.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew he didn't freaking tell us her first name.
I did
Damn, Pat.
because I have it written down and I said it out loud.
You got proof
Well,
of that?
The video doesn't lie, Pat.
Yeah, that's true.
He might have said it when Gargle met Gisela, because I didn't get that far.
No, he did. He didn't say it there.
I didn't. I didn't introduce her first name in the first episode. It was on a later episode.
This is later.
Yep. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Damn.
about it.
Damn, dude.
Well-
Damn.
well, hey.
Know it now.
Well, what if? All right, I want to talk to Octavian.
Octavius.
Octopus. Hey, so here's the deal, man.
Yes.
We know Miss Gisela a little bit,
Marisol.
Marisol,
Of course.
but here's the deal. We have heard, or I guess I have heard from her personal assistant in her hometown, that this wedding is not of her choosing.
I mean,
So-
it's not unlikely. I mean, oftentimes the royalty is subject to marriage for power.
So, well, do you believe that is right, or do you believe people have the right to choose?
I believe it's circumstantial. I do believe that one should marry for love, but I do understand also marrying for the sake of one's house.
A house? You want to get a house?
We could buy a house.
House, like a noble house sketch.
Like a noble house, yes.
Well, I don't. I heard.
It's like a family.
I heard. I'm telling you, this is what I heard, and I just want to ask her. That's all I really want to do is I want to ask her.
Yeah, he just wants to
That's-
ask one simple question.
Is this what she wants? Because if it doesn't, then I believe she shouldn't have to go through with it. My feelings aside, doesn't matter.
Oh, feelings. Is this a
He's
quest
in
for
love.
quest for love?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Skash looks at Poro. I think he's in love with the man, right? The male one. Gargle, are you gay? I can't remember.
Not that I know of.
No,
Good sir,
he's in love
let
with
me
the mayor.
assure you, and when matters of love come to stake, I will be there to assist you.
You get off on it.
Please, come with me. Come meet my mother.
Are you in love
And-
with your mother?
My mother is here. This is
She's not coming with us.
our last. This is sort of our last celebration together before I have to go on a bit of a pilgrimage, if you will.
Okay, good.
So please come with me, and I will get you into the party right post haste, and we shall have a grand time. And sir, what is your name? He gestures to Dean's character.
Gargle Saltwater.
Gargle. So nice to meet you. Please let me help you in getting this matter resolved for you.
My name's
This is-
Poro. I hand out my hand.
For
For a
him.
handshake.
And he goes and he shakes your hand, like very
Careful saying your name so loud here in Hearth, dude.
and
Oh,
just
shit.
as an aside here, so Octavius he's a half orc, but he is the most clean cut, put together, regal looking half orc that you have seen.
So like the opposite of your drawing that Tyler drew.
I mean, it's a little rough, but it's okay. He is very clean cut. He is clean shaven. His tusks are polished. I mean, they look
I can
nice.
change that later tonight.
Are they shiny?
And
from
You're
Skyrim.
gonna polish his tusks? Whoa.
Whoa.
and I mean, he is in full armor, decked to the teeth in this symbol of Vandria. I mean, it is in red color. You see the symbol of the eye in the center of his chest, and in the center of that eye is actually like a red gemstone that is set into the eye. He carries a large greatsword on his back, and he, like I said, he's just very official, put together, and he looks like he's got some status to him. So, but yeah, I mean, he gestures that you come and you come with him and regain your spot in line.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
a whole lot easier than what we were planning on doing.
What is it that you were planning?
We were gonna sneak
Well,
Something with a coat, I think.
all under this sheet.
While I appreciate a spot of mischief, I assure you this would be much simpler and much faster and more legal.
Let me
More,
ask you
more,
something.
more illegal?
More legal, Mr. Gargle.
You done anything illegal in your life ever?
I've been known to get into
Yeah,
a
I
spot of trouble.
didn't think so.
Wrecker, calm down. He's getting us in.
What?
He's getting us in.
I don't know about him.
He can be a friend.
He's too clean.
I'll look at him really close and insight check him.
Okay.
See if he's
what are
telling
you
the
trying to
truth.
insight?
I want to see if he's
Just
telling the
about his
truth.
Story.
Like if like how nice he is. I want to see if it's like genuine.
Oh, like genuine kindness, like altruistic. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, close. I got a 10.
10. Yeah, he seems incredibly genuine. The general layout of a half orc that you've seen in the past has been kind of rough and tumble. You know, just by nature, half orcs and the nature that they kind of come to existence is pretty rough. So they in turn are also pretty rough. They're pretty standoffish. They're incredibly, oftentimes very low not much intelligence at all. They just kind of Hulk smash things. This individual seems to be like regal in a lot of ways. They're put together. He has like very nice combed hair. Everything about them is like spent at least an hour in the mirror just checking everything, making sure everything looked pristine and everything. So as far as that goes, yeah, it seems to be legit.
Also, aside from, I do have an eye patch over my right eye. Aside from that, I mean, he is like just well put together. Like that is the only like, sort of unseemly portion of his face that seems a little off, that to upset sort of the regal look.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Do you think you're smart?
Me? No, I was never much for learning. I studied the blade.
Broke.
The blade, huh?
And yeah, I mean, he reaches actually behind him into the scabbard slung across his back, and he pulls out this elegant-looking greatsword with just these elven runes sort of etched into it all the way up the length of the blade. And he says, I mean, yes, this is my father's blade, given to me upon his death, and this is Oathkeeper, and this is my weapon of choice when it comes to battle. It has slain many a demon in its time.
We'll have to
Demons.
fight later, huh?
Just demons, not devils, right?
All the same in my book.
Oh shit.
I think he wants to kill you.
Yeah. How about we move this along, huh?
Oh, good sir. I apologize. I have nothing against the tieflings. My family has had many dealings with them. I assure you, there's nothing to worry.
Type of dealing.
Tiefling? What? Who's a tiefling here?
Do you trade him? Is that what
Oh
you're
yeah, I guess you're disguised.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess yeah, I stick with my original statement that they're all the same to me, I guess, and then we'll resolve that later.
Yeah, I agree.
please, please. So he puts the sword back in the scabbard, and he says, please, please, come with me, come with me. And he ushers you back to his spot in line.
Oh god.
That is still my greatest creation.
I forgot about that, dude.
That is
oh
That's still
my
my
god.
greatest creation.
That's so good.
What did I miss?
Link on the Discord.
Yeah, exactly.
This was
There
when
you
Ben was in Japan.
Oh God, yeah, that's awesome.
That was
You study the human body. I study the blade.
out that window. Your view of Mount Fuji.
I gotta go piss. I'll be right back.
Okay, let's fall. All right. All right,
Octavius.
All right, show us the way.
And so he ushers you guys back. He leads you the short way around the corner, and back to the line where you see another very regal-looking, but like high elf woman. And he approaches. He's like, "Oh, mother, I found some friends. I'm gonna take them into the party with us. I hope you don't mind." And
Octi, dear, who are these people you've brought back?
it's remember the pilgrimage I'm to be on. This is part of that.
Yes.
This is part of the journey I must take at some point. I will be following these fine men to my pilgrimage, basically.
Says who?
Hey, Wrecker, come on, go with the flow. Stop
He's
it.
too clean.
And he introduces his mother. This is Eleanor Alexander, wife to the High Lord Alexander.
Octi, are you sure you want this riffraff around right now? This is quite a prestigious place to be in right now. I don't know that these. Do you all have invites or any sort of way into the wedding?
Mother, we will get them in under our name. I assure you, these are fine, upstanding gentlemen.
We know the bride.
True.
You know? Oh, you
It's
do.
very desperate sounding, Dane.
Oh, that's quite wonderful. How do you know Marisol?
Oh, we worked for her, from work.
Oh, are you from the port city in the south?
No, but we've been there. We went there for work.
Yeah, we
I
killed a
see.
hag or a couple hags.
Many hacks.
Yeah.
She kind of glances over at you, Octavius, and kind of like a bit of like a concerned look, and sort of gives you that like motherly like, what are you doing? What are you getting yourself into right now?
Yeah, and he takes her hand and just pats it and he says, Mother, I promise it's gonna be just fine.
She like examines all of you individually and takes a big sigh of relief and goes, okay, I don't know that we could get all of these individuals into the gathering. Do at least even one of you have an invite? If you know Miss Marisol, you would have an invite? Yes, or
Well, we
She never invited us.
yes.
well, how were you permitted into the wedding then?
That's a
Love.
We're
It's a tricky question. Gago?
Mother, let me handle that, please. It will be
I
fine.
just don't know if we could put them all on our tickets, son. That's all I mean. I'm not sure that we can add 5 additional people. It's just me and you. I understand, but these are 5 people who have not RSVP'd. That's not very cordial of them. Cordial of us, indeed.
We don't plan on eating. All I really need to do
Well, I
is
mean,
say,
later tonight, Gargo might point on
damn. We got a kid here, Pat.
FBI.
Don't worry, Levi doesn't even know what that means.
Yeah, true.
Uh-huh.
He won't know what that means until he's 18, like the
Yeah.
exact second.
It all comes
Hey, man.
flowing in.
One more month.
How sex knowledge just flows into his brain in the moment.
I can see. I can fuck.
my gosh.
And he says, Mother, I will take care of it. Please do not worry. It is fine. I assure you, I will make it happen.
She kind of like puts her head up in like puts her hands up rather in like a defeated Kind of like, all right, you got me. Goes, all right, son. Okay, whatever you like. I know this is your last big event before your departure, so I will move heaven and earth for you. You know that. So if these friends of yours are a part of that equation, then so be it. We'll make it happen. And
Thank
she
you.
kinda,
I
like,
would
taps you on the
say
back.
friends.
Are you a sorcerer?
Are you me?
Yeah,
No,
you
no.
said you can move the earth.
Oh no!
It was an
young dwarf.
expression.
That's a yes. Your friend over here is correct. It's a figure of speech. No, I do not. Our family does not dabble in magic, especially not now. We avoid all manners of the arcane.
What do you mean,
That's why.
especially now?
Well, that's another story, perhaps for another time. But we're getting close in line, and we're holding up everyone. So shall we? And she kind of gestures with her one hand off towards the entrance.
Yes, we shall.
All right. So are you all kind of following behind her and Octavius?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you kind of have to nudge past a couple people, and you especially, Sketch, get a few dirty looks from some of the more prestigious members in line here. There are some high elves here that kind of give you the up and down. You can see their upper lip kind of curl a little bit, and they kind of like just shake their head and like, what is something like that doing all the way up here, kind of thing. But for the most part, people just kind of check you out as a group and are curious as to what's happening. And you approach the entrance, and there are 2 Opal Assembly guards, and then one individual who you recognize as the one that was being yelled at earlier, whose name is what, Levi?
Eric.
Eric. He is. He's now got slicked back. He's kind of put a little bit more effort into his appearance. He has a golden fabriced vest on with a white collared shirt, white pants, and he has his hair slicked back like a Joker style. You know, he just has it pulled slicked all the way back. It's kind of greasy. You can tell he kind of just threw this outfit on last minute in an attempt to look fancy, but he is checking invitations as you guys approach. And as you approach, Octavius, do you want to say something to him?
These fine gentlemen are with me.
And your name is?
Why, I am Sir Octavius Cornelian Alexander III, son to Lord Alexander. And he kind of like
The
nudges a little
Alexander
bit.
family. Yeah, we got you. We got you here. You and your mother. I don't see anybody else on the list. And your mother steps in and goes, let me please explain. These individuals are a part of my security detail. They are permitted to guard me, as I'm sure, well, you don't know, but a recent tragedy has befallen my family, and I have hired increased security in order for some tragic event to not befall my family once again. So I do apologize. They will not be consuming any food or drink inside of the establishment. They are just here to stand behind me and show my family safety. And she's going to roll a persuasion check. That's cocked. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Nice. He kind of takes a second and looks at all of you guys, and goes, I'd really be more than willing to do that if I, maybe had something to, liquidate these lines here at the bottom.
Yes,
There's all
yes.
this blank space down here. I got to fill it with something, maybe.
Wow.
Octavius reaches down into, I assume he's wearing some sort of like a bag of sorts.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, he reaches down and he pulls out 20 gold pieces and he says, I'm speaking your language. Here you are.
He kind of like looks at it and opens up the bag and kind of looks behind the line and looks at the guards, and the guards look at him and kind of shake their head and go back to whatever they were doing. And he zips the pouch and goes, "Oh, that's I think that will do. Once you go ahead and head inside."
And then Octavius turns around and like with his one good eye, he kind of like does an exaggerated kind of wink and then walks on in the party.
As you're about to approach through the main entrance, the 2 guards' spears close in front of you, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No weapons. Sorry, you guys gotta put your weapons on the outside. Sorry about that. You
Wait,
can leave
what?
them at the door, and we'll take care of them."
Seems
of
fair to
them?
me.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I've slipped my mind, gold running through the brain and all. and you're, yeah, that's.
Put your weapons away, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Okay,
Octavius
set it
does a
right
roll-
over here. Right over here. And he gestures to like a closet with like a rack of, you know, small weapons and things like that from the guards and things. You guys expecting an army or something over here? Why you coming so packed?
This guy
Where's
sounds
the-
like he's from Philly, mate.
Where's security? We're security. That's what we do.
I've
We
heard
come
of that
armed.
place.
I mean, you guys are like all kinds of wrecked up here. It's fine. I don't really care. Just go ahead and put them over there.
All right.
As long as I get this back.
Yeah, as long as you don't eat, Fatsy.
Excuse me.
Sketch goes.
Oh, I just play with you. Get on
Right,
there.
right.
Next.
It was a joke.
And he waves the next people forward.
Oh God, that was close. He's kind of like Patrick. No one calls me Tubby. Patrick, you're supposed to let me win.
All right.
Yeah, I'll put the weapon where they're saying.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a small like closet area with some places to hang bows on the wall and like a rack with for you to hang your weapons and stuff.
That is crossbow and a warhammer.
Okay.
I put my
are any of you
scimitar.
attempting to hide weaponry?
No.
I need to know that. Okay.
No.
No.
Okay.
Sketch loud and proud.
Hueros, you attempting to hide weaponry at all?
No.
Okay. That's just
I can get claws in at any moment.
on your way out, one of the Opal Assembly guards like stops you and does like a T pose. He like stops you and like gestures in a T pose formation, like instructing you to put your arms out.
Oh.
I got a question after whenever. It's good.
Okay. So you guys subject to being searched? That's
Yeah.
what he's kind of
Yes.
gesturing. Okay. So he searches through you guys, finds no weapons, and then allows you to proceed.
Oh, would he? If he's searching me and Horo like touching us, would he notice the disguise self? Because the
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on how close your disguised self is.
It's like a hologram.
Yeah, it depends on how close your disguised self is to your body, I guess.
Yeah.
Well-
I mean, mine was human, and not really changing
As
much.
long as they don't touch the top of your head.
Yeah. If he's not touching the top of my head, I'm good.
No, he wouldn't. He would just pat your sides and your legs. And then
He'll tap on
move
the ass and send you on your way.
Yeah.
So, Hueros, you're in disguised self as well?
Yeah, but the only thing that I really turn myself into human and hide the giant crest on my head.
Well, you're also like 7 feet tall, aren't you?
That's including the crest though. That's the thing. That's like what makes up a good amount of my height.
Okay.
So as long as they don't touch my head, they shouldn't notice it because my arms and legs will still be in the same spot.
Okay. How long are you tall normally? Like in human form, I mean, like
Human form,
without the crest.
I'd say like 6'5"
Okay,
Because
all right.
I'm 7'4".
Okay.
Or 7'3".
So that's an extra foot to that crest gives you a foot.
Well. Oh shit.
Man.
I mean, he's
Well,
not going to go for your head. He has no
yeah,
reason to pat you
yeah.
on your head.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, like if you're hiding, like, you know, a tail, for instance, or like, you
Well,
know.
you do have that too, don't you?
I am hiding the tail. Yeah.
Ooh, I got a tail too.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll investigation for both of you.
Oh
for
fuck.
this guy. That's a 6 and a 4. Okay. So he pats you down, and you know he gets like a feel of something and like yanks his hand away.
Whoa,
really
careful
quickly.
there.
He goes, go, just
Careful,
just
careful.
go, just go. I'm trying to push you through as fast as you can. Alrighty. So you guys are now in the main ballroom, and this now space is covered in head to toe, wall to wall with people. There are large circular tables in white and gold tablecloths that drape the front of these tables, with a give or take about 6 or 7 chairs around each table. They all sort of in sort of like a door frame shape around the main entrance. So here, let's see if we can do this. Is there paint on Max?
On Max?
On Max?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Is
Sure,
there
there's something
that I could-
similar.
Yeah, is there something I could use to just like draw this out for you guys?
You can mess
Um,
around in like
You can draw.
Paintbrush.
You can draw it
Paintbrush.
on the map.
Yeah,
There's
just
something
draw it
called
on the map.
Paintbrush for Mac.
Okay. Yeah, I'll draw it on the map. That's a good idea. All right. So here, I'll just bring you guys to like a blank page.
Oh, Ben said he'll be right back.
Yeah. It's all good.
Rocky.
All right. Okay, so let's get rid of the grid here. Is there a way to get rid of the grid?
It's in the top.
you have to go to your map and then go to the settings and then click enable grid. Make sure that's unticked.
All right, we'll wait for Ben to get back.
Hey, while we're waiting for him, I'll be right back and go to the bathroom.
Might get a snack.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do this.
Are you gonna get glows on your account, Levi?
Probably not. I mean, how long does Solstice have?
I think it's to the 8th or
Mm,
the 2nd or something. 2nd or the 8th, whatever the Tuesday. I
okay.
think it's the 8th.
well, maybe. I don't know. Because doing it once was enough for me. The glow
That's fair.
does look cool, but I don't really think it's like, besides just cosmetic, I don't think the Solstice armor is worth it.
Yeah. Did you get my message about changing to Hunter?
Yeah, I responded.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I don't know, because I think that I like Hunter. You're right. I like Hunter's movement. That's really good about him. The dodge is nice, especially the invisibility.
Yeah.
But their grenades, I don't like their grenades. And I miss Titan Charge.
You missed the crutch, is what you mean.
Yeah, well, invisibility is a pretty heavy crutch too, because
No, not
I-
compared to Titan Charge. You can do
I use
everything with Titan Charge.
I don't know.
the thing about the invisibility is every time I got in trouble, I could just smack that key and I'd be fine. I could run away from ads and everything.
I know, that's what I missed when I started playing Warlock. I kept pressing C in order to go invis. So I'm like, oh, about to die, press C. And then I was in a spot where I normally would be because I'm so used to playing Hunter. But when I'm playing a Warlock, I can't be there. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm dead.
Warlock Master Race.
Oh, no. No, sir. I don't think anybody here will agree to that, except maybe Spencer.
That's
Wait.
because they don't know how to play Warlock like me and Spencer do, like Masters.
True, dude. I'm a god.
Right.
The problem is hunters only get like 2 seconds of airtime. You can barely go anywhere with their jump.
Compared to Warlock, that just, you float infinitely until you turn it off.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've never even played Warlock, so I don't know what their jump's like. I'm just like saying
Oh,
compared
it's
to Titans
awful.
even.
They just fly. They
Awful.
fly around the
It's
map.
like castrating
tell
yourself.
it to me when I'm destroying people with the Cerberus.
Because you're also
It's been a while.
Flying helps.
Well,
One of my favorite content creators, Dado, his girlfriend loves the Cerberus. She has like 11,000 kills with the Cerberus.
Jeez.
She loves it.
PvP.
It's pretty hot too.
Man, objectifying women.
Wow.
I mean, well, I'm not allowed to compliment a woman's appearance, Levi? Wow, that's pretty sexist.
Wow,
of you.
Levi.
Wow, Levi.
You'll can when you're 18.
True.
I can't wait, dude. And one more month, and you guys won't be able to say that anymore. Have to find something better.
That's
to-
a long month,
We'll
buddy.
still be
That-
making fun of you because you're not 21.
It's gonna be a long month for Austin.
You'll understand when you're 21.
Yeah, you can't even drink alcohol.
You can go to war though and die.
Can't
Can't
drink, or
drink
smoke.
alcohol.
You can't drink
Yeah, you
alcohol
can't
though.
smoke anymore.
Yeah. I can no longer go and buy jewels and then sell them to 16-year-olds for like 3 times the cost.
You and that girl both love the Cerberus, so.
Oh.
Wow, Pat, that's kind of creepy. You got pictures of her?
Yep, I googled Travel Danielle on the Google,
It's pretty creepy, bro.
and that's what came up.
She looks like that one girl from Critical Role.
No,
Maybe I'm just like brain
Nope.
dead or
All
something.
Nope.
girls
because
look
this girl
alike,
is much
huh?
more attractive than Marisha Ray, in my opinion.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
Spencer, you have bad taste in women.
I mean, that may be true,
Mainly
Tyler.
because his taste in women are.
And that's
No,
very
it's,
true.
it's not maybe true. It's true.
That's true. Yeah.
You just
Okay,
admit it.
I'm back.
Welcome
Alright.
back. Metagame Megan.
At a game, Megan.
I
Hey, why don't you share the story to Austin? About
What?
Game
I can
What?
send him the video.
Who has the
Yeah.
video? Yeah, I want to see that video.
Pat, what day is it in game? Is it the 27th of
Halls Day.
Corden Star?
Let me pull up our. I'd have to do a little bit of math because I haven't updated the calendar in my own personal thing since you guys left the mountain. So let me pull up the mapper or the calendar.
I think it's been 1 day since we left, right?
Oh
No.
le-
We
what do you mean
the,
left?
left the mountain.
No, it's
okay.
it's been like 9 hours, 8 to 9
Oh.
hours.
Because we got to the place in like the middle of the night and we took a long rest, and then we came straight here.
So it would actually be, let's see, so it would actually be the 32nd.
All right.
32nd.
Yeah, because you guys came in on the 27th. 1, 2. Well, you guys wait. So you entered the mountain. Then you had 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it's the afternoon on the 32nd.
What is Autumn's Gauntlet?
You'll have
You
to
can
find
click
it.
on it.
I realize it just says Autumn's
No,
Gauntlet.
at the very beginning on Hearth, where it says Autumn's Gauntlet Hearth, that's what tells you the description.
All right.
Oh wait, no, we're farther ahead than that, aren't we?
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought we
we're-
had that.
Yeah, we're farther ahead than that. Wait, so this hasn't been updating?
I guess not.
What?
Get debated.
Uh-oh.
This hasn't been updating the entire time? You're kidding me. Okay.
Wonders of technology.
This is the first of
That's-
Prius.
Awesome.
No, it's got to be like, I don't know, Bahumatus?
No, yeah, because I remember thinking you guys are getting close to the new year.
Yeah.
There's got to be a party at the year.
All right, let me figure out how far, because you guys are ahead of this. You guys are in Cryas, for sure. If not, Bahamatius. I remember thinking you guys are close to the beginning of the new year, which is a big deal. So let me go back and figure this out. Why do you ask though, Ben? Did you need something?
It's gonna be a werewolf.
Maybe did we pass Unicorn's Day? Was that the day
We
that
did.
Unicorn come and save us?
Yes.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah. See, you guys, what you don't understand, you act like that's such a surprise thing. I add these little details into this world so much, and you guys just never.
I'm sorry, we're too stupid,
I'm gonna start
Pat.
to rant.
We're too
Ugh.
stupid, all right?
You were
I'm
get
just
you
gonna go,
you need to.
"Hey, you guys walk in and you kill the thing and you
Just
leave
piano
and get the
puzzles
win.
everywhere.
I killed the thing and I get the gun and I win the game. That's how I'll make this campaign going forward. I'll figure it out.
You
Ben.
got to
It's
keep it surface level for some of those
I
noobs.
just asked because, I'm keeping track of the moon.
fine. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't affecting you. I am too. And I have a whole list on my page, on my OneNote page, about what the moon does to you. And you're gonna have to, well, I won't spoil that for you, but yeah, you're gonna have to keep an eye out for that.
I'm trying.
I know. I'm just saying this didn't donate. Maybe it's because I'm not signed in.
I just don't know what day it is.
I know. It's not on a moon day though. I'm doing the math in my head right now, and it's not. No, you guys are. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Okay. I will fix that, and I will let you know what day it is.
Roger.
Okay, so I was bringing you guys to the map here. Let me pull up this. Yeah, so in here, this is like the entrance down here. Right, you got the entrance right there,
Got it.
and then here would be the stage, like here. And then throughout here is like table, 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 etc., etc., etc. This is the office room that you guys went into when you first entered the space. There's a long walkway. Oops, not gargle. There's a long walkway right here that leads. Oops, that's fine. I'm doing this on a trackpad, so yeah. There's a long walkway here with a gold and white carpet that's makes its way up here to a flight of stairs right there. And then there are large curtains here and here. And then there are obviously people milling about all over,
Gotcha.
individuals talking, celebrating. And then in the very back here, so when you first walk in, this is the room with your weapons right here. Got all your weapons, and then on this back wall here, there is food. There you go.
Food.
And then, like, this is the wall here. Does that give you good understanding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then this is like the back room back here.
Octavius would like to flag down like a servant who's like serving the party.
Sure. Yep. Yeah. You approach. Looks like a teenage human, acne-ridden, black, greasy hair, and his white. All the servants here are wearing white with like gold accents, gold ties, gold jewelry. It's white and gold is like the theme for the wedding.
Cool. And so Octavius looks over and he's like, I assume that you are thirsty. Yes, you must have been on the road for quite some time. What can I get you?
Is he just asking all of us?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you. I mean, I'm gonna buy you a drink.
I'll take the strongest and most expensive ale they've got, mate.
You've got it.
Make that two.
Oh, it's Poro.
Make that make that 3.
Like Chris Pratt.
yeah.
And so he turns to the servant and he says, "Get the people what they want, and I'll have the Malaran vintage, please."
Right away, sir.
Not bad. I always knew I was up to this.
I'm starting to like this guy.
And he does turn and he says, "Please, I know the guards at the front said no eating. Go get yourself some food, please. It is a wedding after all. We are here to
Catch runs.
celebrate."
He waddles over there. Wait, are you sure we can eat?
I promise. If anyone gives you any bit of trouble, please send them my way, and I will deal with them myself.
All right. I go over
He's
there
in
with
the
Sketch.
background.
It's like Luffy watching Luffy.
Shut up.
Ash has got a gut though. Luffy doesn't have a gut.
Well, he can just make it
Dean,
disappear
I
in a
can't believe
second.
you're making
He's rubber.
stupid anime references.
Dude, it's
Sorry.
it's not just anime.
You were
It's,
better
it's
than
fucking
that.
One Piece, dude.
I've been watching.
Yeah, I agree
I've been,
that it's not
I've been
an
watching
anime.
the show on Netflix.
Oh my
It's
God.
good, isn't it, Dean?
I just fall asleep to it every night.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's so
How dare
boring.
you?
Wow.
It's amazing. It's the only good anime.
It truly is, man.
That's
Still
either
is
way.
okay.
It's like everyone loves food in that whole thing. You know, everyone just scarfs themselves to death.
So this food table, is there like a punch bowl or anything?
There's a large bowl. Actually, there's several large bowls, but the one that catches your mind if you're looking for a punch bowl, there's a large. It's not glass. It's like the china, like the really fancy china bowls. What are those called?
Like ceramic?
Yeah, it's not ceramic. It's like glass, but it's like really
Decanter.
fancy.
Like a
Yeah,
crystal?
sure. We could go
Oh,
with
like
we could go with
crystal. Like crystal.
Yeah, we can go with that. There's a large one of those bowls. I mean, pretty massive, like a mixing bowl size. and it has a ladle inside of it with like almost like a blood orange colored liquid.
It's just labeled jungle juice.
Now that's what Gargle's getting later.
Jeez.
Pat, we have a child.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. Sorry.
First of all, I just want to get a cup.
Okay.
Of-
Yeah,
of
you
that.
you walk over there. There are small, like just wooden cups that you could just grab. For your size, they're nothing. They're like shot glasses compared to you, but they're maybe a little smaller than a solo cup size. Wooden.
Okay. All right. I have a little trouble because I don't understand what any of this stuff is. I just like dip the cup in there and scoop some out.
Okay.
Give 'em a
The
finger.
second you do that, half elven gentleman, excuse me, I got hiccups, dressed in the same golden and white decor, it goes, excuse me, sir, please attempt to use the ladle when scooping the liquid. We don't want to muddy the rest of the liquid for the rest of the members of the wedding.
I just turn around and walk away.
Very good, sir.
I thought you'd hiss at him. You know, oh, wait, that's Sketch. Sketch does the hissing a lot.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like Capri Sun and Sunny D had a baby.
Oh, sounds so
Sounds-
good.
Oh,
That sounds like sugar, man.
I love red punch. I love good punch. I love good
As
wedding
you,
punch.
as you guys as you're getting that the acne-ridden 15-year-old human comes up to you, Octavius, and goes, here you are, sir, your drinks.
He
And
says,
he comes out with a tray of like several sizes of various different drinks.
thank you, my good sir, and he slips him a gold piece.
Thank you very much. He's got like just snot, just your typical acne-ridden. He
That's what you
takes
see teenagers as.
most of them.
That's what Levi looks like.
He starts taking like cups off and hands you one of the cups, Gargle. He goes, be very careful, sir. This is quite potent.
oh,
Gargle.
Thank you. How
And he
potent?
kind of waits there expectantly.
Above the table, how potent is this gonna like inebriate me
You
with
don't
one?
know.
With,
You
with
don't
one?
Inebriate.
You don't know, Dean.
But I'm a dwarf with high constitution. That's why I'm asking.
Sure,
Right,
sure,
you don't
sure.
know.
I'll
You
take it.
asked for your best hard liquor.
I
and that's
well,
what
I
you
know
got.
he has ale.
Oh, okay. Then you're good.
I was like, yeah, he did not ask for liquor.
Yeah.
He asked for
This is-
the
this is
best
like,
ale.
This is like a Guinness Black, basically.
Ooh, that's what I'm drinking right now.
Yuck.
But yes, okay. Oh, yum. All right. So I
he
want.
kind of waits there expectantly.
Okay, I'll take a swig right in front of him. Be like, delicious.
Okay.
Very smooth. Very smooth.
Very good, sir. And he just kind of like lowers his head and walks away from you.
Before he walks away, I want to say, I would like some alcohol as well.
Very good, sir. Will you be paying up front?
I look over at Octavius.
We can run a tab for you if you'd like.
Octavius steps up and says, yes, put it on the tab. It's fine.
He bows. Very good, sir. And turns around and walks away.
Oh man, some great characters.
Thanks, Spencer.
My favorite's still Sheffer.
Schaefer.
Sheffer. The barkeep in Port Counts.
Yep, I have that written down.
Oh, yeah, okay.
STD ridden barkeep.
Yeah.
You know where I think I'm.
I could do a pretty thick Texas accent when doing his sort of thing. It's brings me back to my Texas days. It's pretty fun.
So can I talk to Octavius and say, so can you get me to talk to Marisol Gacela?
I would think so. It depends on where she might be. I'm not sure.
She's
And
probably in the
so-
back.
Octavius, would he know kind of generally like where she might be, or would he be able to go ask somebody?
you could probably ask somebody. You wouldn't know like the inner workings of Herthian,
Okay.
especially this building or anything. You've attended elvish weddings in the past, but not human weddings. So you
Mhm.
could probably ask someone.
Where is Octavius's mother right now?
She walked in and grabbed a drink and is speaking to other dignitaries and noble people, just kind of minding her own.
Hey,
Okay.
can I look around real quick to see if I recognize people?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a perception check.
It's gonna be
Natural
people
20.
you've stolen from. Oh,
Natural 20.
You don't believe me?
I
No, I
don't
don't.
believe you.
It's 21 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Poro, you begin to kind of scan the crowd as all these drinks are being handed out. And you see off in the distance a familiar individual. They are gnomish in stature, and they are fervently speaking to a taller human individual who, from a distance, you would probably recognize.
Probably recognize.
Yeah, you could put a few pieces together and pick out who this individual might be.
I mean, do I recognize them from where I'm at right now?
No, because the individual in question is dressed in different like clothing and is styled a little bit differently than you remember seeing them last. But based on the fact that this person is talking to a gnome, you can maybe put two and two together.
Can I get closer?
Yeah, of course you can.
All right, I'll get closer.
Okay. All right. So you approach. Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
9.
9. You. Some people kind of move in between you as you begin to approach. As you walk forward, and you get like bumped into oh, sorry, sir. Oh god. Oh, sorry. He kind of, that kid knocks into you as you're walking. And as you turn around and like apologize, you look up and they are gone.
All right. Can I have another chance of looking around for him?
I'll give you one more perception check, sure.
14.
14. You don't see them.
All right.
They appear to have left.
So Octavius would like to go up to his mother's like small like entourage there, and just sort of kind of gracefully step his way in at a free moment in the conversation.
Sure. Yeah. And you hear a tall elvish man with silver hair pulled back, in almost like a ponytail fashion, except it's braided pretty intricately. And you hear him say, "And I said, that's not where the silverware goes." And everybody goes,
And he kind of laughs and steps in.
your mother kind of like dabs a tear out of her eye as she's laughing.
Oh, how is everyone doing?
Oh, Octi, we're doing wonderful. We're doing wonderful. How are your compatriots doing?
They're doing wonderfully. We've all gotten drinks. We've all eaten. Just out of curiosity, has anyone seen the bride-to-be?
The taller elven individual kind of steps up and goes, as a matter of fact, I have not. Normally she comes out and speaks to members of the wedding party, but I haven't spoken to her. You are Octavius, right? I've heard quite a lot about you.
That I am, yes. And you are?
Very good. Well, hopefully I will be quite soon a member of our great Witten. If things go my way, I'm not exactly sure how things are going to pan out, but we shall see very soon.
That is wonderful. Best of luck to you. I hope everything in your endeavors goes very well. And if you'll excuse me, I have things to attend to. Such a nice time seeing you all.
Indeed. And your mother kind of like pulls you aside and goes, please do not get into any trouble. That was Timora. He is in line for becoming a next member of our Witten, and I don't want you to be associated with crime here. You could potentially be a great ally to our family. So please just keep your head down and don't get involved in too much shenaniganery.
And then he takes her hands once again, a hand in each hand, and says, "Mother, I promise you, all will be fine. Okay, just please enjoy yourself. I will be spending some time with you in just a little bit. I just have a few things
Very
with
well.
it too."
Very well. Carry on, son. Carry on.
And
She gets up on tippy toes and kisses you on the cheek, and then goes back to her circle.
So Octavius would, if at all possible, like to maybe do some sort of a perception check or something, or investigation check to maybe see if he can just kind of like see where Marisol might be in any way.
Yeah, roll investigation for that.
Okay. So, well, that's not super great. That's a 5.
5. Yeah, all of the rooms that you can see just from your personal perspective are occupied by either servants or just people at the wedding.
Okay.
You see the room that's very obviously like attached, next to the food area. If you reference the map here,
yeah,
this room right here. Oops, this one right here. This is very clearly like an office space over here.
Okay.
That has the door open and you can kind of see inside. There's some paperwork and things in that. So you're not exactly sure where she might be. Potentially backstage is a decent assumption, or maybe she has yet to enter through the front door, or maybe there's like a secret entrance that she's going to come through with this big surprise. You're not sure. You're not used to human marriage customs quite yet. So.
Right. And so then I would say that Octavius goes back to Gargle and says, I cannot find her. I've asked my mother and her group over there, and they do not seem to know where she might be. Maybe you might have a better chance of locating her?
So I know the same pretty much person you know in regards to the authority in this city, and that is Jexay. If he's here, maybe we could ask him.
Is Jexay here?
You haven't seen him, but that doesn't mean you can't look for him.
Okay. I mean, since I didn't do super hot on my investigation, Gargo, you want to maybe take a peek?
Sure. I'll look around, see if I can take a look in the giant room.
Do perception for me then for that.
13.
13? Yeah, you actually, with the 13 is the DC you would need. Actually, 10 is the DC that you would need. He's surrounded by a large gathering of Opal Assembly guards. And you can see that the guards actually seem to be protecting a single individual. And Jexay is conversing with that individual. But the individual that Jexay is speaking to is pretty heavily guarded with Opal Assembly individuals.
Oh, he's over there. I point to the general direction.
Yeah, I mean, I would go with Gargle and approach Jexay.
Okay. All right. As you guys begin to approach, you see an Opal Assembly guard step out in front of you and put his hand up and like bar your passage and say, "This area will be open in a few moments. Just please step aside for a moment. You can come this way in about 10 minutes."
Sure.
But we know that guy.
As you say that out loud, Jexay kind of like leans past the guard and goes, "Hey, Gargle, is that you? What are you doing here? Why are you at this wedding?"
I know Gisela. I know Marisol Gisela.
Oh yeah, we spoke about this actually, didn't we? At one point, you said something about a wedding. I didn't think you had invitations though. I didn't know you were permitted to enter.
We made it happen.
Yeah, I guess you did. Pardon my rude behavior. Gargle, this is the head of the Opal Assembly. He is Sindel's half brother, Kelvin, and the tall, elvish individual kind of does a slight bow and goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you." Jexay, perhaps we continue this conversation at a later time. And Jexay goes, no, that's really not necessary, I promise. Gargle, if you'll excuse me, I gotta wrap this conversation up. We can catch up in a little bit, maybe?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Just hang tight just a minute. And he turns and goes, I'm sorry about that. Listen. And they kind of go back to their conversation.
Oh, that guy. I look over. I lean over to Octavius and say, "That guy was kind of rude."
I mean, what can I say? It's to each his own, I suppose.
Rich people, am I right?
I mean, I would count myself among them, unfortunately. I mean,
Ooh.
Unfortunately.
I just that we tend to have a reputation, is all.
Oh, I know. So, I guess we wait.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm cool to kick it back. I mean, if you want to maybe go and see what's Sketch and the rest of them up to while we're waiting on Jexay, maybe.
I'm gonna go
Absolutely.
finish this drink.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna sit there and sip my wine and maybe actually, so Gargle, please tell me about yourself. I've only heard brief descriptions and more about the Swampy Six in general than about its individual members. So please, who are you and where do you come from?
Well, I come from Refuge. You know, up by up the coast, just
Oh,
north,
yes.
just north of here. Maybe a day's walk,
Mhm.
half a day's ride. But I'm just a humble warrior. Grew up there. Lost my father. Went seeking adventure, mainly just to get away from guilt I was feeling.
I can understand that. Absolutely. I recently lost my father as well.
Oh, very sorry to hear that.
Yes, it's quite a tragedy. Lord Alexander was a great man. Did very much for the people of Alahana, but that's a story for another time.
I don't even know where that is.
It's to the north. It's the Elven lands.
You're Elvish.
Well, I was raised by the elves. Again, much longer story than I'd like to get into right at this moment. We have other pressing matters. You have this quest of love that I would love to help you with. But I assure you, in due time, I will give you all of the details of my life and my adventures.
Well, I appreciate that, but I want to stop you right there. I wouldn't call this a quest of love. It's a quest of we'll see. We'll see. So I'll tell you the story.
Yes, please, please.
I thought there was some sparks a flying. We were working for her.
Okay.
I visited her a couple times while we were helping Port Callis out with a hag problem.
Sure.
And I made the joke. But I guess it wasn't a joke. It was an invitation to come have a drink with us at the local tavern. And she said something along the lines of, "Oh, I would love to, but I was busy." And a couple visits later, the conversations were more, I guess, just simple, and just the idea of sharing a presence was nice. And I maybe I read too much into it, but the real reason I'm here is I heard this is not of her desires, and I, as a humble dwarf, cannot sit by and let that happen.
Gargle, tell me something, please. One would not travel all the way here and break into a wedding if they did not feel something. I get the sense that you have feelings for this woman. Tell me, when you are with this woman, do you feel something? Do you feel different in any way?
I get more hungry than usual.
Well, that's something. If I've learned anything in my my short few years on this this earth, it's that you just must follow your heart and do what you feel is necessary and what is right. For it is better to have loved than to have lost.
See, right, and lately my heart has been cleansed with justice and vengeance, and it's been fulfilled with a longing of the sadness that is now gone. So now I seek out justice. And
You sound like you would fit in very well with the teachings of Andrea.
I don't know who that is. Sounds like a nice lady.
She is wonderful. I mean, she is light. She is justice. She is sadness too. But I will preach to you another day. I think Jexay is about ready for us.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
are
literally as you say that, Jexay is approaching you. He's walking towards. Great timing, Austin. The DM like telepathy right there was really in sync there.
Maybe
Um,
not DM, but
Jexay is walking over. He looks Gargle, from your conversations that you've had with Jexay, he's always like a pretty confident person. He seems a little shaken after that conversation. Just even slightly. Just his posture seems a little bit off. He seems kind of worried. And he kind of clears his throat and goes, "Oh man, real sorry about that, Gargle. I that was well, that was really the conversation I was hoping to have today, but what can you do?
Well, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, you're actually literally doing the thing that meeting was about. It was about, the cult. He kind of like whispers.
I understand, and that is my utmost priority.
It would appear so as you stand here in a way.
Well,
Gargle. I'm kidding. It's okay. You gotta take a break every once in a while. You've done great work. I need to tell you, you also sent us to the Gray Scratch Mountains. Yes, I assume that now that you've returned, and of course that meeting went well, and you. I was expecting maybe to meet in our office and discuss this, or my office rather.
I was planning to, but you weren't there.
Oh,
you were here.
That's because I'm here. Yes.
I literally just got here.
Oh, well, I assume things went well. Was there a sign of activity in the mountain, or was it something unrelated?
I'll be honest. Do you want me to pull a dragon's head out of my bag? Because I can.
I would prefer you don't in the wedding of this prestige. I think
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Not gonna, but I hope that speaks to how it went.
Well, that's wonderful news, Gargle. Honestly, I must say, unfortunately, I don't mean to put a terrible amount of pressure on you, but the cult's activity now takes priority. If you don't recognize that individual, that was Kelvin. He's the leader of the Opal Assembly. He has heard of some attacks by these cultists on small towns within Midhold, and he is very concerned that things are not moving fast enough.
Anywhere in particular?
Well, mostly scattered, honestly. They're kind of all over the place, but he has instructed me to put a task force together. When I told him that there was a task force together, he asked why the cult hadn't been eradicated completely. And with someone like that, it's hard to tell them no, or hard to tell them that they're wrong. So it's great. Take your vacations, drink, be merry, but please get back on the trail as soon as you can, or else you're going to be speaking to someone after I'm replaced with who might not be as flexible as I am.
Oh. Octavius's ears do sort of perk up a little bit at the mention of this cult, by the way. Not very noticeably, but his interest is very piqued. He's listening intently.
Okay. Sure. Gargle, I'm sorry you haven't introduced me to your friend here.
Well, he told me he met you, but this is Octavius. Octavius.
Oh, that's right.
Sir,
yes,
Octavius.
We have met. Yes, you're the Alexander's boy, right?
Yes, I am. Yes,
That's
I am.
correct. Yes. Yeah, your mother's a wonderful woman. I'm very sorry to hear about your father. Please pass on my condolences to your family.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. Well, listen, Gargle. I got to be real with you. This cult situation is breaking bad. We're at critical mass here, and we need you and your team to really start getting moving here. If this cult activity isn't suppressed, they're going to start bringing Opal Assembly into towns and dictating martial law, and that it doesn't look good for Sindel's reelection. So I'm getting pressure from the higher ups, who are getting pressure from even higher ups, and you guys are our feet on the ground, as it were.
Well, I must ask, do you know what towns have been attacked? I'm from a small town in the area.
I know. I know where you're from, Gargle. It was not Refuge, thankfully.
Is it anywhere else I may know?
I don't know. A lot of small towns, a lot of 20, 30 people farm towns. Cult sweeps in, murders everyone, captures some, leaves some with dismemberment to tell the tale. It's pretty ugly.
Okay. Well, trust me, we're on that. The reason we are here is I wanted to talk to Marisol Casella before this wedding, and is there any way you can help me with that real quick before we leave?
Uh, you mean you just need an audience with her or something, or what? What's the
Yes,
play?
that is all we need.
I see. Well, geez, Gargle, I'm not really sure what I could do for you. I mean, I know she's in the back room getting ready. I don't think anybody's allowed back there. Certainly not members that are
Can
part
you
of the wedding.
try? Can you try?
Seems awfully important. Is everything okay? Is someone in danger?
I think there might be.
Okay, well, let me call back Sindel. If there's danger, he needs to be made aware of it. And he turns over and kind of like looks past you and goes to wave Sindel down to like.
Well,
inform him.
in the danger of, I think someone is being forced to do something they don't wish to.
He kind of stops for a second and looks at you and cocks his head to the side. Says, I'm not sure I follow, Gargle. What do you mean?
How would you feel if someone was being forced to do something they don't wish?
Not great, but how does that apply to this?
It's just a rumor, and that's all I wish to find out. We work for you. We're doing the jobs you commissioned us to do, but there's also other things we are trying to help.
I understand that. I mean, listen, I can do my best. I can point you in the right direction and maybe walk you up to the door. But outside of that, if she doesn't want to talk to you, she doesn't want to talk to you.
Okay,
Can't force her to speak to you.
I understand, but I just if I could try, that's all I'm trying. That's all I wish.
Yeah. I mean, okay, all right. I could try. No promises here. I don't pull a
That's
lot of
all I
weight.
wish,
around
and I
here.
promise you, tomorrow we are leaving.
Okay. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm not one to stand here and tell you not to enjoy yourself, but things are getting ugly. So we need you out there.
We understand.
Let me go talk to somebody real quick. Sit tight. In 10 minutes or so, I'll be back. All right. Just
Okay.
hang tight. And he kind of nods and turns around and starts walking in the direction of the stage.
I'm gonna look at Octavius and be like, I feel like I'm in the right, anti. Where if someone is being forced into something that they don't wish, we need to stop that.
As I had said before, I have seen many a time that people are put into these situations for the betterment of their families, and while I do believe in true love, I cannot say that having an arranged marriage is such a bad thing.
Okay. And I understand that. I understand an arranged marriage and sometimes it's not what people wish. Trust me, I've come from I guess it's not a noble family, but it's, I guess, a prominent family in a poor area, poor town. But I understand that. But really, even if it is against it, and even what if it's not for like the prominent of one family? What if there's blackmail involved? What if something's wrong? That's all I want to know. It's an investigation, and I want to get to the bottom of it.
Do you have any evidence that says that this is blackmail?
Do you believe in a gut feeling?
I do. I will say this: the paladins of the Knights of Andria, it's something that we are trained to listen to. So yes, if I can understand a gut feeling, and if that's what you truly believe, as I said before, I am here to help in whatever way possible.
It's all I want to ask her is one question, and that is it. And if this chews out to be some type of genuine and like you wish, where it's the better of two families, then I will leave it alone.
Let us continue forward. It sounds like we know of her location. Let us go see if we can have an audience with her.
That's all I want.
All right. So what are the rest of you guys doing? Sorry, not Gargle. Wrecker, Poro.
I'm still looking for the people I saw.
Okay.
I look for the bathroom.
Sure. Yeah. There are. There's a room in the direction that Jexay walked. There's a sign above the door. One that looks like it has just like a stick figure, and then the other has a stick figure with a dress. Above two doors.
I look at both of them just like, I got pants on right now.
You see a woman walk out of the one with the stick figure.
Just a regular one.
Yep.
What?
And then you see a man walk out of the one with the stick figure.
Excuse me, sir.
You're just flagging some random guy down.
The one who just walked out.
I fucking love Wrecker, man.
Yeah,
I
he's
fucking love him.
like an older human gentleman. Oh yeah, what's up?
Which one do I go in?
He looks at you and like just cocks his head like totally to the side, and goes, I mean, what kind of equipment do you got down there?
Well, I got this skull, as you can see.
I mean,
Pretty
like,
nice, right?
what do you? I mean, what you got down there?
What else?
Down there? What's your business down there? You know.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Right, I mean, what you got? What are you working with?
I just want to know which one I go into.
I know, but like, what's kind of your system underneath there? What's what are you working with?
It's this.
And I just just like, you know, pull my pants down a little bit.
Like a kid
Because he's
who's pulling
stressing
out.
me out.
Yeah, he kind of like looks at it for like
Please
an
stop.
uncomfortably long amount of time.
Can we roll to see how big
And
it is?
We already did that.
Oh god.
I don't know, but you should see if it's a card or not.
Are you is Wrecker a shower or a grower? That's the real question.
Let's roll then.
Man, you gotta
Roll for it,
fail
man.
RP if you don't know
roll,
that.
roll for Wrecker. I'll give you a D10. Roll a D10.
Oh god.
All right, what's what?
Well, tell me what the number is.
1.
It looks like a tic tac.
Soft as a kitty.
Oh fuck.
Okay, just in this form.
Man, I mean,
Wow.
when let me just I just got an updated fire map. When we are talking about me being at the absolute border of the fire, like we are on the border. It is on the other side of the mountain.
Wow.
If it
Oh, did I
crosses
laugh?
this mountain, we are screwed. Anyway, let's finish this up before I burn down. So, he kind of like looks at it and stares at it and kind of like is kind of like massaging his chin. And he goes, mm-hmm. Yeah, I see.
Just which one?
Yeah, I see.
Scatch walks up behind him. Wow!
Wrecker's being used.
The other guy looks up and goes, "Oh, thanks for that, Pud." And he kind of taps you on the shoulder and walks away.
Wait! Hey, you didn't answer my question.
He's gone.
How does
He's
someone
gone.
like him get in the wedding?
Scatch walks into the girls' restroom.
All right, if he goes in there, I'm going in the other one.
All right, you guys go and do your business, no problem.
Oh god.
You just hear screams as like 3 girls run out of the women's restroom as this rat walks in.
Was there something I said?
Let's Hueros and Scatch. Outside of bathroom breaks, what are y'all doing?
Well, I was waiting for the kid to get back with my alcohol.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he returns with just a small mug with dark foamy liquid.
Okay. All right, I take that and I kind of sniff it, and then I look at the punch and I start thinking, and I reach into my bag and I have 1 raspberry left.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like kind of want to squish that up, put it in the punch.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Wrecker.
Okay.
Wrecker, would you like to try this drink right here? I believe you would enjoy it.
Is that what made him go to the
What? What is it?
It came from the table over there. You see the food table?
That stuff's too fancy for me.
Very well.
Turn around. Let's see. Who would actually drink this? You know what? I'll drink it. I'll see what happens. Try my
Okay.
own medicine.
Okay. You drink it. Roll me a con save.
Oh, over 20 or dirty
Okay.
20.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen right away, at least.
All right. I log whatever it tastes like and go about my day.
Okay. Yeah, it's really, really bitter, and almost like aromatic. It's kind of like when you crush it up and you kind of move it around in your fingers to get it in the cup, it kind of gives off this like really pungent kind of scent.
Yeah. Okay. And so, in comparison to what the punch tastes like before, it's like night and day, or
Oh yeah, yeah, it's very noticeable. Absolutely.
okay. Alrighty.
Sketch, what are you doing, bub?
What does the restroom look like? The women's restroom.
It's just 5 stalls, 5 wooden stalls with toilets on them.
So pretty clean.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, they're clean enough.
Sketch kind of picks his nose for a second and then opens a stall and pulls down his pants and puts the blunderbuss on the floor and starts taking a dump.
Okay.
He doesn't have.
Wait, you have the blunderbuss?
Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. Sorry. I forgot I didn't have that. I was going to say that it covers up his junk. Yeah, he's got his pants down and he's leaving the stall door open.
Okay. All right. You do that.
Yeah, he's got bad gas.
Poor guy.
And then
You see there's... Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just going to say after that, he's going to go look through the trash.
Okay. There is as you enter through the door, there is like an attendant there who's kind of there just to like, clean up and make sure you have a towel to dry your hands and things like that. And the individual, he sees you come in and you sit down and he sees you leave the door open. So he just walks over and very slowly shuts the door and kind of like, shuts it for you. Doesn't say anything. He just kind of slowly shuts it and then goes back to his post.
That was nice of him.
Yep.
And then after that, he's going to walk out and look for Poro.
Okay. So Poro, why don't you roll me another perception check?
8.
8. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos happening as you're searching around. You're kind of like looking through the crowd, and it's hard to keep track of things. You're getting kind of bumped into left and right. People are, in your way. They're blocking your line of sight with stuff, and people try to pull you aside and offer you drinks and stuff. So it's hard to really like keep a gauge on who's who. People are moving around the party, grabbing food, coming in and out. So you're not able to find the people that you were looking for earlier.
All right.
But you can continue to look if that's what you'd like to do with your time. Just search.
No, I think at this point he'd stop
Okay.
and go back to the food.
Okay. You said you were digging through the trash, Sketch?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you do that, you dig through, you're kind of searching through some stuff. It's all just like old food, and thrown away stuff like paper and various like other, tossable items.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing really sticks out.
Darn.
All right. Anybody else? No, we're all good. Okay. So a few minutes pass, probably close to 5 to 8 minutes. What are Gargle and Octi doing?
I'm
while you're waiting.
what we're waiting on. What are we waiting on exactly?
Jack say to return.
Yeah.
Oh, right. At this point, I think Octavius sort of commingles for a moment, and I'm sure people have like kind of approached him because he's like a notable person.
Sure.
And maybe just people passing by giving condolences or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, thank you," and just like kind of speaking idly to a couple people here and there as they pass.
Yeah, at one point your mom catches up with you during this kind of intermediary period, and she goes, "How's the party going, sweetie? Is everything okay? Are you feeling all
It's
right?"
going wonderfully. Yeah, I'm helping my
Good.
friend here. Just go speak to the bride is all. So we're just a little busy at the moment, but other than that, going very well. How are you?
Wonderful. Wonderful, great. It sounds like we're gonna have some changes to the Witten. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but the rumor around the party is that there's going to be some sort of restructuring. I don't think from the Sovereign themselves. I don't think that will apply quite, but it seems like a few will be stepping down. All right, Gargle, are you there with him as well?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you're hearing all of this.
Yeah.
It sounds like some members of the Witten will be stepping down. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. We really haven't had a mass influx of Witten leaving, but it has something to do with the thing that's happening up north. I don't know what's
Yes.
going on, but things are stirring, and a lot of changes are on the horizon. I'm quite fearful.
Now, out of character for a moment here, would my character know that like this partly due to the fact like of the events that happened with his father and all of that, or like?
You don't know this. So, in your history of your culture, there hasn't been a shakeup in the Witten for a long time.
Okay.
The Witten has stayed pretty consistent, and like when a member of the Witten is either passing or just feels like they're unfit for duty, they'll either hand it off to like a member of their family member or someone that they trust. But that will happen every 1 to 200 years. Your mother seems to be talking about like a mass exodus of the Witten, like 5 or 6 members leaving and then being replaced by people.
Okay.
And she said that's like disturbing. Like that's
Yeah.
unprecedented. That's never happened before.
Yeah. Okay.
She continues like I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's concerning for our family. It's concerning for families of children that you've grown up with. I mean, we're not exactly the most normal family here, but I don't know how that's going to affect us, and if we will be pulled to north or not exactly sure. But please just stay on your toes for me, as our family has done.
Of course, Mother. We have our family has weathered many storms. I do not feel this would be any different. It may
Let's hope
be.
not.
Yes. But please go carry on. Go enjoy yourself. Go catch up with your friends, please.
Yes, as much of friends as they are for people of the South. No offense, friend Wolf. We're not accustomed to this behavior from some of our Southern brethren and sisters.
Oh, I understand. Sounds very serious and very drastic.
Well, indeed. Of course, depending on how the events of my son's pilgrimage work out, you are always welcome in the Alexander household. Any friend of our son's is a friend of ours.
I appreciate it.
Indeed, of course. Well, please do carry on. I'll find someone else to bother. And she's kind of softly pats you on the cheek and walks away. A few moments later, and you feel a tap on your shoulder, Gargle. And you see a Jexay has returned, familiar face, and he's like, "Oh, listen, Gargle, man, it's kind of ugly back there. I'm not gonna lie. She's not seeing anybody from the Herthian Council. She's it's not looking good. I don't know if I can get you back there."
Do you know why she's not? Isn't that common practice for her to greet guests?
Well, it is, yeah, and that's the thing is, under Herthian culture, she's supposed to be out here, swinging, meeting, greeting, all kinds of stuff. I mean, she's kind of supposed to be the life of the party. This is supposed to be fun, but from what I'm being told, she's just hidden herself away in her room and it doesn't really want to speak to anyone. So, not really sure what to do.
Don't you find that odd?
I do incredibly, but I'm not in a position to speak on matters of, the heart or of people who are really not involved in my area. I mean, I don't really know her or her husband very well. I'm just here as a member of, the Herthian Council. So,
who can we talk to? I guess.
Listen, I'll make you a deal. I'll get you to the door. That's as far as I can get you. All right. From there, you'll have to do the rest of the work.
Okay. That's all I ask.
All right, come with me.
I poke Octavius here. Then I say, hey, go with this if we can. Okay.
Oh, of course, and then he follows along too. Yeah, of course, he's coming with.
Okay. Are you flagging down any other members of your party, or are you letting them?
We can let them party. I think.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Gargle. Anyone who has any particular ability to maybe sneak or gain entry into some places illegally, if you know what I mean. You catch my drift?
Holler at Poro.
Poro.
Well, don't call him that. Call him.
No. I'll be right.
Die just dropped.
What?
I just want to let you know that.
You're what?
A die just dropped. Just want to let you know that.
Sorry.
A die just dropped.
You still said my name, Dean.
I know, but I tried to do it quietly.
And so
You didn't say that.
Octavius goes in and he flags down Poro like without really saying anything aloud. He catches the drift of like we're kind of keeping on the DL here. So he does seek out Poro, and ask him to come with us.
All right, I go.
Okay. So it's just you three then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys follow Jexay past behind the stage into the back room. There's an area. There's like the stage, proper, and then behind the stage, there's like, equipment and various things for plays, and there's prop pieces and large sets that are kind of there to be wheeled back and forth for performances and things like that. And he walks you beyond that back into some of the like the makeup rooms and the dressing rooms. There is one room in particular that is flanked by two guards that are not Opal Assembly guards. They are dressed in all black with like little patches of red on their armor. And he approaches the door and turns to you and says, "She's in here, Gargle. She's not talking to anybody. So, play it safe here. I don't know how much she can really be involved in this. I don't really know what's happening, but yeah, she's behind door number 1. So,
okay.
Good luck."
Yep. That I appreciate it.
And he kind of leans down and pats you on the shoulder and walks away.
All right. I'm going to try something. I'm whispering this. Okay, I'm whispering this to the two guys with me. Say, if this doesn't work, I don't know what else to do.
We could always, just move on with our lives.
You're very right. You're very right. That is always an option.
Yep.
So, if I try this, that is it. That is it. I promise. This will be it.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to the guards, and I'll say, "Gargle Saltwater. She requested to see me." And kind of persuasion to the guards, I guess.
Well, this would be deception. Yeah.
I would get deception, but I think she secretly wants to see me.
Well, secretly doesn't mean diddly donger.
Do I have to roll?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Deception check.
Secretly wanted it.
Yeah. She didn't know it.
16.
16? Okay. He kind of like looks down at you and looks over at his partner, and then puts a crack in the door. In the door, you can hear what sounds like soft crying. And he cracks open the door and goes, "There's a salt water to see you, ma'am." And she says, "What? You say salt water?" And he's like, "Yes, salt water, right? So salt, like the water in the ocean,
Yes,
like salt water.
salt water.
Yeah, it's like salt water. Yeah." And you hear it like, I'll be right there." And he shuts the door and goes, "Yeah, she'll be a minute. Just give her a second."
I look over at Octavius and Poro and say, "Not seeing anybody, huh? Not seeing anybody," he says.
You a few moments pass and you hear the door and you see two blue eyes peek from behind the door frame, and she recognizes you and peeks the door even further, and you can see her face, and she goes, "Gargle, what are you doing here? Why are you here?"
I'd love to tell you why if you have a moment.
That's what she asked.
That's exactly what she just
I don't.
asked.
I don't want to. I don't want to tell her in front of the guards.
The fuck?
Goggle,
Dude.
this is my wedding. You understand this, right? I don't believe I invited you.
I have a quick question, and it's about something I heard. And if it's not true, I'll leave.
Okay.
But I
go
cannot
ahead.
ask you in front of the employees.
Boy, he's the fucking.
The one kind of like puts like a side eye down to you and then back up into like attention.
You mean the guards?
Yes, Spencer. Damn it! Come on, go with the flow.
Roll a persuasion check.
That was Poro
Alright.
talking.
Oh.
Hey, it's not our
Uh,
fault. Gargoyle's bad at
pers-
speaking.
Persuasion. Oh, just 15.
15.
Thought I had a +1. I do.
You can see her kind of like relax a little bit, like she lets out some air out of her lungs, and she's like, "Very well, Goggle. Okay." And she kind of creeps the door open, but doesn't show herself. She keeps herself like hidden behind the door.
Okay. So she's like inviting me in.
Yeah, she's opened the door, but she's on the other side of it. So
Gotcha. All right. I'll squeak in, I guess.
okay.
Is she letting all of us in, or just
Nope.
Gargle?
Just
Okay.
as you guys begin to approach, and before you can even step, the door shuts behind Gargle. So,
Well,
and she stabs you. You're dead, Gargle. Roll a new character.
No.
Not
He was a
again.
hag the whole time. Hag Japate.
That would be a crazy twist.
I would never do that to you, Dean. Come on. There's so much invested in this already.
he did it
I
to
couldn't
me.
do that to you. Yeah, but that was just some random NPC, and I can't do it to you twice. You'd be expecting it. So as the door shuts behind you, you turn and you see who? What's her name, Dean?
Marisol.
There you go. I just want to make
See,
sure you remembered.
So
your-
here's where I think I messed up. Is you said her name is very close to Mayor. Marisol, Mayor.
Maybe. I don't know, Dean. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's like
You-
so I just wrote it down as
you're fine.
Mayor.
You're fine. Her name, I mean, she's been referenced as Mayor Gisela the whole time.
Exactly.
You could have gotten it mixed. It's fine. It doesn't matter. You see Marisol in front of you now in one of the most stunning white and gold dresses you've ever seen in your life. It's a short dress. It doesn't go all the way to a floor. It stops just past her knees, and it's tied around the chest, and it's strapless. And it's got just beautiful, intricate gold like designs and inlays around the chest, and then it's got like spots of golden sparkles inside of the skirt itself, almost like constellations, except it's like microscopic little gold specks throughout the whole thing. Her hair is tied pretty tight in the back, and there's a very large golden sun, which you remember is what, Dean? How is the sun significant to this woman?
Oh, that's like part of their she serves them. It's like their god. Their
It's
religion.
the god that she worships. Yep. It's the
Yeah.
Pelin.
Yeah, I remember
It's
that.
a large sun resting where her scalp and her hair kind of meet. There's like almost like a hair tie, but it's in the shape of a bright bronze and golden sun. And she just kind of like stands there with her arms to her side and kind of gestures towards you with one hand and goes, "Goggle, what are you doing here? What?"
Well, I heard something that was disturbing to me. When we last met, we were solving your Portcullis's hag problem, which we believe we did, by the way.
Yes, we spoke at length about this, Goggle, I believe.
Yes, multiple times.
Yes.
More
What-
times than we needed to for other reasons we don't have to speak of yet or at all. But the last time I went there, you were gone. And
Yes.
your assistant, assistant you will call it, whoever answered the door for me multiple times, he had told me something that created great conflict within me. He said that you are going to be married here in Hearth, and it was not of your choosing. Now, I understand royalty or highborn marriages, how sometimes they are not of your choosing, but you do it for the betterment of your house. But I have a feeling that is not what is going on, and all I asked is to know, is this of your choosing? My feelings aside, is this of your choosing or not? Because if it's not, I cannot sit idly by and let it happen.
She kind of takes a few moments and like ponders your words. And she kind of hangs her head for a moment and goes, Goggle, what is choice, really? Do I choose to be married to a man I have no feelings for? No, but am I choosing to help my family, help my career, help my city improve? Yes. Listen. This is incredibly overwhelming for me. I don't know how else to say this, Goggle. I choose to be married not for happiness of my own sake, but for the happiness of my people and for my family. And you don't know me, but the Gisela name is worthless. It's nothing. It's peasants and farmers and no one of importance. No one would ever forget or bother to remember us. We're a pale dot in Ayun's existence. We're nothing. But I sought to change that. I sought to make something of myself, of my family, of my father's name, and damn it, I think I've done that. I think I've done that. I think if my father was standing here today in front of me, he would be very proud of me. I think, but I do like you, Goggle. I do. You're a wonderful warrior. You're an incredible man, and I appreciate your company greatly. And if it were not for this wedding, we may have maybe been able to see where things could go, but today I have to do this. I don't want to. I don't mean to. I don't enjoy it, but I must. I don't have a choice. I don't think I have to make decisions for the betterment of my people, and this alliance between these families will bring resources and wealth and entrepreneurship and science and study to my city in ways that are unprecedented. You've seen my town. You've seen the people of my town. They're poor, they're downtrodden, they're uneducated. I look to change that. I need to change that for their sakes. And this is the best chance that I have to do that.
Oh, I understand that. I was just... I didn't want there to be foul play, forcing you into something you didn't wish. But if there's no one forcing you, then I cannot stand in the way. I can offer up an opportunity. I've recently been asked to take a position as mayor of a prominent mining town. If that would provide a better opportunity to connect to a position of that is there. But that is for you to decide.
Goggle, Hearth has such a strong connection with the port. The Opal Assembly and the trade routes that run through my town are direct connections to Hearth, and this is just so painful. I don't know of any other way to make you and I both the happiest we can be. I just don't think it's possible. I don't know.
We have our whole lives to figure that out. But
Goggle, listen. Before you continue, let me make you a deal. Okay?
Okay.
This may seem cruel and insensitive, but at this point, I just want what's best for my people, and then I will move on. I
I am marrying a human man. And as you and I both know, human men have, well, let's call them shorter lifespans than we do. So say in the future, at some point, if you find yourself alone and I find myself alone, let's talk.
Okay. Understandable. Well,
That's the best I could do for you, Gargle. I'm sorry.
that is. You've answered my questions, and that's all I wish. Is I could not sit idly by if this was being forced on someone, and if that's not the case, that is fine. I can live that I tried, and I peeked inside to see the truth, and now I know it. That is fine.
Gargle, the truth is that I would do many things to not be here in the situation that I find myself in, and I would do many more things to be in a better situation with you. I just don't have that capacity right now. I cannot. But
I understand, and I will leave you at this moment, and I
He's
will
not
say good
picking
luck,
up.
and maybe in the future.
No,
Maybe in the
Gargle.
future.
No, not maybe in the future. In the future.
Okay.
And she kind of wipes a little tear out of her eye as the music swells. And she goes to walk you towards the door. And as she reaches for the handle, or as you reach for the handle, she puts her hand on top of yours and says, "Wait, Gargle. I have one favor to ask you, and I know this is no favor, but it would mean the world to me.
Yes, of course.
Would you, as human custom dictates, walk me down the aisle?"
Me?
Well, you see, my father, he died long ago. My mother is on another continent, and I have no one here. I have no friends. I have no one from the port. Jarvis is not here. I have no one. And I would be honored, absolutely honored, if you would walk me down the aisle.
Of course, I do that as a friend.
For now.
You are not picking up on the signals
just
at all.
got absolutely friend
So-
What the fuck?
Sam.
You guys are mad.
Gargle just got
She-
friend zoned so hard.
She kind of kneels down and kisses you on the cheek and says, "I will be ready in about an hour."
Okay. All right, and I'll leave, I guess, and
Okay.
head outside.
Okay, you do that.
Let me guess, mate. You got friend zoned?
You're not even here, are you?
I'm just kidding. No. He just knows.
Calls you up.
Okay.
Does Gargle
Wait.
start crying?
No, he's actually somewhat relieved, I
A
guess.
single tear.
A single tear. He's kind of sad, but at the same time, he's more happy. He's like, because that was the big thing. He's like, if she was being forced into something, that he couldn't sit idly by for that. But if she's not, that's fine.
It was funny. Gargle, what are you doing here? Do you need to speak with me or something? If I could, I would like to speak with you.
I meant in private, you dumbass.
It sounded like that. You basically just repeated what she said.
What are you
need to
doing,
speak?
Step Gargle?
So,
Only naughty Christian or only naughty non-Christian boys understand that reference. Ian is a good Christian boy. He doesn't understand that.
so, what was the point of me coming here?
Well, so I kind of assumed maybe there was this chance that if she was being forced, that she was maybe being kept against her will behind the door. And I thought we might have to bust in.
Oh, so you
Did
need
you
a
say that in
team.
Austin or in Octi?
Oh, I should say that, Nocti. I thought maybe we might need some other forms of entry, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm real good at that.
Hey, Poro, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yes, sir. 18.
Okay, 18. As Octavius begins to finishes that sentence, you turn and look down the hallway, and you see a what appears to be a humanoid individual kind of leaning down the hallway and looking in your direction. And when you make eye contact with them, or you make visual contact with them, the figure darts behind the wall.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna head down towards there.
Okay.
You're so screwed, dude.
Yeah, you need to get out of here.
All right, you make it to the end of the hall. You turn and look, and this is just a short little hallway before a flight of stairs leads up to the main stage. And so you walk up that small flight of stairs and look up, and now you're standing on the stage looking out over the crowd. Roll me another perception check.
12.
12. You don't see any people that are standing out to you. You see people like hurriedly moving through the crowd, and you're trying to like put like kind of faces to figures here and try to identify who's who, but you're really not able to kind of pinpoint what's going on. Seems like that individual is kind of vanished without a trace. It's almost like they have a high stealth roll.
Was it?
What do you know?
Was it like a male?
It was just a humanoid figure.
Humanoid. Okay.
Must have been the wind.
I'm gonna look real close with my dark vision. 120 feet. What can I see?
You have no requirement for dark vision. It's fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you moron. All right. You stupid idiot. The teenager walks up behind you and says, and then walks off the stage.
All right.
All right, Gargle and Octi, what you guys doing? What's everybody else doing, I guess, other than Spencer?
Is my mouth feeling any different?
No, not at this current moment. Not enough time has really passed. It's only been like 15 minutes.
Okay. 15 minutes. And
Sketch is blackout drunk.
Wow.
Must have drank
Past
all
the
of
point
it.
of no, he's past the point of no return.
Octavius looks up at Gargle, and he makes like a circle with his thumb and his pointer finger on one hand, and then he takes the pointer finger of his other hand and he sticks it in the hole that he made with his other hand, and kind of like, huh?
What? No. No. What? No.
Oh, no. Okay. Never mind.
No.
You were in there a little while. I assumed maybe.
Just having a conversation, and hey, I'm happy to be wrong. I can leave with a clear, I guess, clear conscience.
And as long as you're able to do that, then I am happy as well.
Yep, that is all. That is it. I wanted to make sure, and I did. I'm happy. We're
Once things have settled down here at the party, maybe after the wedding, I would love a chance to speak with you and your group, and just have an audience with you about sort of what the plans are moving forward.
Of course, you've definitely earned that. Yep. So here when the wedding starts, I've been asked to do one job, and then we can leave.
Wonderful.
So Wrecker, what are you doing, buddy? You've been awfully quiet.
Oh, I mean, I've just been listening to, Dean's tragedy.
Thank you.
Hey, he didn't get totally friend zoned.
No.
Yeah.
For maybe 80 years.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
But I live to be like 300, so it's all right.
80-year-old.
Yeah, you just gotta wait 80 years to get some putang.
maybe less. I don't know how old the guy is. Maybe he's like 80 already. I could be like 10.
Yeah, he's a smoking like picture like Jason Momoa. That's who she's.
Oh,
I could
you'll
take
never
him.
compare.
I could take him. Because I'm like a 4'5" mini Jason.
We
Momoa.
all could take him.
Yeah, you hear that?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. So I guess I'm gonna wait till I get called up or stuff to the wedding thing, and I'm doing
Okay.
nothing but enjoying some drinks.
All right. Octi, roll me a perception check, please.
That is a 13.
Okay. So you start to walk up to just kind of catching up with your mom. You've kind of shared a couple drinks with these guys, maybe swap some stories, which we can RP that if you guys want to. I think that'd be fun. But you go to check up with your mother, and you overhear from a different conversation the name Broderick. brought
Oh.
up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna excuse me, mother, and then I'm gonna kind of like start on my way over, and I don't know if there's an appropriate way to like insert myself into the conversation, or maybe just kind of sit somewhere outside, out of view, and just sort of listen in.
Well, it depends on which one you would like to do. I think one of them is a little more like formal, and then the other is like I've heard this name and I'm getting in here to talk to these people. So I guess it's kind of up to you, whatever you would like to do.
Can I like stand at like a respectful distance, sort of hear what I can, maybe catch the like not maybe altered version that they would give to me, and then kind of step in if I can?
Yeah, sure. So let me see here. I gotta find where. I had a page for this. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, so you see having a conversation with a smaller, pretty lightweight framed high elf with, again, long silver hair. You recognize the woman that your mother told you about, Timora, the tall elvish individual with silver hair that's braided in a pretty intricate pattern. And you see that he is the one that said the name Broderick, and he's speaking in conversation to the smaller framed elvish woman, a good like foot shorter than he is, but it just petite as like skin and bones, just absolutely the smallest little woman you've ever seen.
Okay.
So, what were you saying? You were kind of wanting to sit in the back and just listen?
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of a fly on the wall for a moment there, take a sip of my wine, and I'm just kind of like listening in, and maybe if I feel the need to step into conversation, I can.
Okay, roll perception then.
Okay. 8.
8. You hear they're speaking in Elvish, which you are somewhat familiar with. You've been raised by elves, but it's definitely not your primary language. You can speak it and you're familiar with it, but like there's some like high elf jargon that like some of the hierarchy use, codes and stuff like that isn't, you're not 100% familiar with. So you do hear the words Broderick again several times. You hear the word tragedy. You hear the word family.
Yeah.
You hear the word Witten.
Okay.
You hear the word citation.
Mm.
And then finally, you hear the word conflict.
Mm.
And those are the keywords that you pick out, just kind of fly on the wall.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like in the most like, of course, this is like Elven society in the most respectful way possible. He sort of like juts in and like introduces himself to Timora. Oh, excuse me, Timora.
Octavius.
Yes, yes, you know of me. Yes.
Yes.
I apologize. I hate eavesdropping, but I did happen to hear mention of my brother. Have you heard anything of his whereabouts recently? What have you heard? Anything?
He kind of scratches his head and goes, no, I really haven't even thought about your brother in quite some time. I don't really know. I'm just kind of regurgitating lost information, unfortunately. I don't really know much more than that. Sorry.
Can I do like an insight check and maybe
You
see if
may.
he's...
You may.
That is 16.
Oh, he's lying through his teeth.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Um,
See the power of insight checks. How many times have I lied to you as a party? And you're just like, sounds good, everybody. Let's keep going.
How many times have I incited, Pat? Huh? I'm the only one that
That's
incites.
true. That's true.
Once.
That's true. That's true.
How
Yeah,
many of us
he's-
are noobs?
He's lying through his teeth.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We've all been playing for over a year. Noob is not an excuse.
True, dude. True.
You can see he's like scratching his head. The woman next to him is like really awkwardly like doing like side glances back and forth, and she's like, if there were stones in front of her, she'd be like kicking the stones.
Sure,
like, really awkwardly trying not to make it obvious.
So Octavius, he's like, "Oh, Timora, I know a person of your status must hear things from time to time, and I do find it hard to believe that you know nothing. Are you telling me you haven't heard anything?" And he does try to like, can I try to persuade in some
Sure.
way?
Yeah, go roll. Yeah, sure. I'll let you persuade off that. Sure.
Okay, so that is 16 plus 4, 20.
20. Okay. He kind of like looks you up and down for a moment and goes, Octavius, Alexander, listen, I don't quite know how to express this to you, but I'll be real with you since your rumor has it you're leaving our community. Your family is quite well respected, and your mother is a wonderful woman, but the status that they have achieved is as high as they will achieve. They've brought you into the fold, and unfortunately, half-orcs don't have a great reputation of being diplomatic as much as your mother tries to change that narrative. So I'll tell you this, your family, they will most likely stay where they are in terms of the political rankings among us. Of course, I and my sister here are in the running for replacing some of the more, let's call them less motivated members of the Witten. Your family, I don't believe, will ever reach that status, especially after the ungodful tragedy that befell your brother and your family. It's we can't have that kind of reputation a part of the Witten so close to the Sovereign. It will not be. So enjoy yourself here, because unfortunately this might be the last of any high society event you or your family sees for quite some time.
And as respectfully as possible, Octavius says, of course, I understand completely. Things like this, I could see not having a place in the high society. But thank you for your time, Timora. Have a pleasant day. And underneath all that, he is fucking seething.
Yeah.
He's been like, he's talked to this dude for like 2 seconds. And he already fucking hates this dude.
Yeah, and this, so Timora, is not a regular member of the Witten. This is, from what you've picked up of the stories that your mother has kind of shared with you recently, this is probably one of the individuals that's making an aggressive push into the Witten. That's like that unprecedented, like mass exodus and then people coming in at a rapid pace. This guy is a part of that process in some way.
Yeah. So, I mean, Octavius is definitely fearful for his mother. She's never really had to, she's a very important political figure, being like the wife of Lord Alexander. She's been around for sure in all these political standings. So he fears for what this might mean in terms of her status. And at some point he would like to try to get over to her and get her off to the side and have a conversation with her.
Okay. All right. We can table that for a second. What is everybody else doing? You got about another hour or so before the wedding kicks off, and then we'll wrap up the session at the end of the wedding. So what else are you guys doing? Dean, Spencer, anybody?
If you'll let me, I'll just keep looking for that guy.
Sure. Yeah, I'll let you do it.
If I saw any details, I would like to look for that specifically of the character.
Yeah, based on your perception check was what got you to see the person in the first place.
Oh, okay.
You weren't able to make a lot of intricate details out. but you knew they were humanoid and they were dressed in white. You could see that they were very clearly dressed in white.
Like servant, white.
Possibly. A lot of people here are dressed in white. It seems to be the theme
Oh.
of the wedding.
Okay.
So there are a lot of individuals here who are kind of matching the white and gold theme, just kind of like the color scheme of the wedding. It appeared that this individual was wearing white. To what extent you weren't really quite able to make out. But I'll let you roll another perception if you'd like to.
Am I still on the balcony?
You can be if you'd like to. Yeah.
It's a stage, buddy.
Yeah,
Stage,
stage. I know what he meant.
whatever.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
stage, balcony, whatever.
And since you're up top, you kind of have a high ground of everything. I'll give you advantage on the perception as well. So
Ooh,
you can kinda
okay.
see the area.
Okay, okay.
Hueros, Bennett, Nedza.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see who's not busy. I'm gonna walk over to Wrecker and ask him.
The
What
stuff in
is
his
all of
face.
this wedding business, anyways? I understand that this is a mammalian mating ritual.
I don't know if I'm the right one to talk about it all, but as far as I know, my mama Blecker didn't get married. I never knew my dad. I don't know if we did any marriages all the way down in Bulgaria.
We have that in common, at least.
Yeah, I'd ask that guy right there.
I just point at some random guy.
Yeah, let's go. We'll walk over together.
Wait, is that your father?
My father, I never knew him.
Then what about that man over there?
He'll definitely know. These guys are clean. Look at him.
Oh, very good idea.
Does Wrecker wear clothes?
Yeah, he's got armor on. But I mean, it's like dirty and dented and scratched and stuff.
Okay, that's what I
He's
was
never
wondering.
been a clean nobleman.
Gotcha.
That's
But
why him
he
and
does have
Scats like
that
each other so much.
personality that he doesn't know of.
So yeah, let's go.
Oh, very well.
We head over to that guy right there.
Okay. Yep. He's an older gentleman with salt and pepper short hair. Tall, maybe about 6'2", pretty medium build. And he's standing with what looks like a young girl, a young human girl. They're both humans. Girl is maybe 13, 14, and a white and gold kind of patterned dress. And he is just sitting kind of cross-legged talking with the girl, just having conversation with her.
Hey,
Looks
while
like
you
maybe
guys-
his daughter, his niece, or something.
While you guys are I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yes.
That's what mammals say, right?
I turn over to Wrecker.
Yeah, that's one thing you could say. You could also say, "Hey, dude."
Yes. Hey, dude.
Even though we already.
How can I help you?
What?
I just gesture, pretty generally to everything, and I'm like,
What is this exactly? I understand you call it a wedding, and it's some kind of mating ritual.
Yeah. You never been to a wedding?
No.
I mean, it's the first time for everybody. I'm not trying to, say nothing, but normally people at least know what weddings are. You not from the continent, maybe somewhere.
He's from a
somewhere else?
swamp.
Yes, I am
Yeah.
from the swamp.
See
Oh
that?
God.
I'm not a lizard. I'm not lizard
I
right
know.
now.
Yeah,
I know.
I know.
Yeah. No, it's all right. I mean, some people aren't used to high society events. It's all right. Yeah, this is a traditional wedding, I'd say. Brad picked out a bit of a color scheme and, kind of threw a little shindig together. It's nothing too crazy. My daughter and I are friends with Mayor Gisela. We do a lot of work with her in the port city. So she was gracious enough to invite us here, and yeah, I mean, if you've never been to a wedding, it's great fun, man. It's great fun. You sit down, you drink, you eat, you be merry. You maybe meet a girl or two, and you have a fun night. It's nothing too crazy. You just enjoy your time, you know.
And all this time and resources being put towards enjoyment.
And I like having trouble wrapping my head around that.
And also, you mentioned this thing called a shindig. Why are we digging with our shins? And
Oh yeah,
what
no, I'm
use
sorry.
is
That's a northern colloquium a little bit. Yeah, sorry, I won't use big words. This is a, you know what a gathering is, right? You're familiar with gatherings? You
yes,
gather.
I've gathered poisons and materials all my life.
Right. Okay. So in the same way that you're gathering poisons and materials all your life, we're gathering together. Picture us as these poisons and various things that you collect. We're gathering together in order to celebrate. You know what a celebration? Are you familiar with celebrations? Party. You familiar with that?
I'm becoming familiar with it.
Yeah.
Just
Right. I mean, you got it. You're all right. You got it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's all this is, man. It's just a party. It's just a celebration. We're enjoying ourselves. We're having fun. You know, with all the cult activity going around places. You know, it's nice to just find a little bit of time, relax, unwind yourself, get to a nice, relaxing, nice relaxing time to spend with your family. For instance, and he gestures towards his younger companion.
And you need this relax because it is
Well, I mean,
vital
everybody
for
needs-
survival.
No, not necessarily. I mean, it depends on who you talk to these snotty higher ups. Maybe it is, you know what I mean? And he kind of like goes to swing for like, he can give you like a punch on the arm.
I
Do you
like.
let him? Do you let him punch you?
quickly? I scuttle back like I'm freaked out by him going
Oh,
towards me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come at you like that. I'm sorry. No, it's no, it's not necessary per se, but it's people like to do things for fun. You know, they like to step back and enjoy themselves and allow themselves to have a little bit of a break. And that's all a wedding really is at the end of the day. It's just a break celebrating two people in love, or in this case, two people in love with money. And they just enjoy each other's company as we enjoy others' company. That's all it is. That's all it is. Hey, my name's Jerry, and he reaches out a hand to shake.
I look at his hand, pause for a second, and then I remember how Gargle explained handshakes to me earlier, and I like very awkwardly hold out my hand and kind of like do a limp fish handshake.
Okay. Oh, you got some kind of like you got something on your hand there, son. It's like some kind of slime or grease or something. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And it kind of like wipes it on the tablecloth. But either way, pleasure me. What I didn't get your name. What was it?
My name is Wayros. Yes.
Wayros. No, nice to meet you, Wayros. This is my daughter, Amber. And Amber goes, "Hi. You're tall.
Yes,
You're tall." And
like
she like points to Wrecker. Are you two here together? Are you guys an item?
Yes, we are.
We're a team. We got other teammates here.
All right. Well, hey, listen. Enjoy your evening. If you need anything at all, if you're not from the area, I run a shipping business down in Calais, Port Calais. So if you need anything, find yourself down that way, just give old Jerry a holler, and he'll help you out. We'll be happy to get you settled somewhere. If you need anything, just holler. Enjoy yourselves, gentlemen. This is supposed to be fun. Supposed to be entertained. You know, listen to the music, dance with a few pretty ladies or men. I don't know if y'all are here together. It's none of my business, but listen, just enjoy yourselves, all right? Hey, teams can do a lot of great things. You know what I mean?
I'm amazed you didn't say Port Calais. We've been there.
But anyway, listen, I'm gonna go get my daughter a drink. If y'all need anything at all, just give me a holler. But enjoy yourselves, gentlemen. Loosen up, right? Relax your muscles. Do some jumping jacks. You know, grab a woman's butt and see what happens. See where the evening takes you. You know.
Very well.
All right. I didn't say that, by the way. Don't grab women's butts. That's not. He kind of like leans to his daughter. He's like, I didn't say that. That's not
You
appropriate.
did just say that.
I know, but what I'm saying is I didn't mean it though. Like what I mean is I didn't mean it. I'm not trying to like. It's not literal. I guess I understand. I got to speak to you pretty literally, so that's my mistake. That don't actually walk up to a woman and squeeze her tushy. That's not appropriate. What you need to do is just kind of ask her. You know, if you're interested. No.
I can't ask.
Listen, no. Listen.
Why?
Listen.
What benefit
you
do I
do-
get from squeezing?
You don't. Well, what the benefit you get is the sore jaw is what you get because she can go sock you in the mouth. So that's what you're gonna get. Listen, just don't talk to any women tonight because you don't know how to party yet. All right. So just take your time, relax, enjoy your evening, drink, and be merry. Don't take everything I say literally. Don't take everything everybody says literally, and just relax. Enjoy your evening. All right.
Very well.
All right, come on, Amber. Let's go get a drink. And he kind of gets up and takes her to the punch bowl.
I wish I put Tongue of Madness in that punch bowl.
Oh, did you put anything in it?
No, I don't have anything besides like poisons, and that's just straight up evil.
Yeah.
I got poison. I got a couple mushrooms, but there's a couple I don't know what they are yet. Well,
What better way to test them out?
Try
Drifted
not
into
to.
chaotic evil territory there, Dean.
Hey, this is above the table. This ain't Gargle saying it. I'm
Take him out of my
Wayros'
room
conscience.
if you're gonna play with him.
Test it out. Test it out.
Spencer, what was your perception roll?
Well, I know you won't believe me, but I rolled a 19 and 20. I really did.
I know you won't believe me.
What was your total roll?
Natural 20 plus 1.
Natural 20 plus 1. Yeah, right, dude.
I'm sorry. I rolled it. I'm serious.
Let me pull,
you did.
He bought one of your obsidian black dies, so now all it rolls is
right.
20s.
Let me pull up my page. Hang on.
Only rolled 20.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, off in the distance, you see. I almost drifted into Jerry territory there. I like his accent. It's very nice, smooth. It feels.
It's a little less abrasive than Sheffer's.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a draw, not too much to it. But yeah, so you see off in the distance by the punch bowl, you see two individuals, and they stand out to you because they are actually not dressed in white. One of the individuals is dressed in like a silver, almost like slate stone. What is that? What's that called? I guess like a jerkin, sort of like a V-neck vest kind of thing. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's just like a gray slate top, and the individual next to him, who's a taller human man, who again you immediately recognize. They're talking with an individual dressed in white. This individual is, from this distance, you can see has a pockmarked skin, a lot of like a kind of weather damaged skin, and has their sleeves rolled up, which is in stark comparison to the rest of the people in this room who are very formal. You can see that the individual dressed in white that you're speaking to is dressed in the kind of the attire of the servants here, kind of almost all white with little specks of gold in it. But again, he has the sleeves rolled up, is pretty informal, and is whispering to the gentleman in the slate jerkin, the silver gray jerkin. And then you see the individual with the eye patch just kind of scanning the crowd, looking around kind of nervously.
How far away am I from them?
You're a good they're at the opposite side of the room, so you're probably like, I don't know, yeah, by 130, 150 feet away from them, maybe.
Oh.
You're like you're a full stage, and then the drop off, and then like the whole room, so close to like 150 feet.
Is anyone with him?
With who?
Poro.
No.
So
that's my knowledge.
So there was 3 people?
There's 3 people. So there's an individual that's dressed in all white with their sleeves rolled up, looks like pockmarked skin and things like that. Then there's another human individual in like a gray jerkin, who has a like long dark black hair, but rests to about his shoulders, with a full black beard, like thick black beard. And then you see another third individual who you recognize, an individual with an eye patch. What do you? I gotta know now. What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to think of, the consequences that would happen if I did this. But I'm gonna try to find an empty spot, or empty enough spot to where I could cast Misty Step and not hit anybody.
Okay.
And just Misty Step from the balcony, and as far as I can.
Okay, let me read the Misty Step spell.
Okay. It's very short. It's one sentence.
Briefly started by Silver Mist, you teleport up to 30. Okay, so it's not. Okay. All right. So you do that and you teleport 30 feet forward just into the crowd, right?
Well, like an empty spot.
Sure.
That's
but
within,
I mean, you're on the floor with all the tables and chairs and people and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pop onto the floor. Then what?
Then I will start walking briskly towards that group of people.
Okay. So roll me a perception check.
I love this dice. 19.
Okay.
Jeez.
So you see the individual in the like, so the servants' clothes see you Misty Step. They see you teleport from one side to down to the floor. And then in between the rush of bodies, as you're trying to keep eye contact on those individuals, through the almost slideshow of bodies as people are walking in between you and them, carrying trays of food and conversation and things, you see the individual in the white tear off, just sprinting towards the alley. The gentleman in the silver jerkin reaches out for him but misses him, and then whispers something into the gentleman with the eye patch's ear. What are you doing?
I will run towards the person that's running away.
Okay, so I'll give you a reference here. So let's go back into here. So if you were up here, right? You were on top of the stage. They were like back here.
Oh.
And so that person took off this way. Took off that way. And then the other individuals are like right here and right here.
Oh. Okay.
And you're like here.
Yeah, I won't run towards that guy. I'll go towards these guys then.
Okay. So you get to about here with your movement, 30 feet of movement in between there, like that. As you get to that point, you see both of them. Let's actually roll. Okay, that's good. And that's better. They both see you sprinting through the crowd. The gentleman in the eye patch locks eyes with you, and like a rush of white just covers his face as this man in the silver top grabs him by the shirt collar and yanks him into the office, and he kind of like stumbles after him.
Like they're both leaving?
Like they're both sprinting away from you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow after him.
Okay. You begin to follow after. Anybody else doing anything?
Can I do I see this or where I was planning on walking back to the table to the table where we were gathering when we first got here, when Octavia sat us down and ordered drinks for us.
Let's go ahead and roll a perception check. See if you saw the Misty Step.
See if I saw any of that. That's good. That's what I want to do. Perception. You say perception?
Yep.
16.
16? Yeah, you would have saw it.
So can I follow after where I saw him going? And
Sure.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Poro's gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna go see if I can help
Definitely.
out.
Definitely. Octavius, you wanted to have a conversation with your mom, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go ahead. While this is all happening, we can do that.
Remind me, what was the name of that guy who I was speaking to before?
It was Ty. Hang on one second. I got a couple different pages here.
Yeah.
Tymora. Tymora.
Perfect. Okay.
You would know in your elven history as well that Tymora is actually the name of the elvish god of good luck. So this individual appears to be named just after the god, like people in Mexico being named Jesus, kind of.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So he goes up to his mother and says, "Mother, can I speak to you off the side, please?"
Yes, of course. Is everything okay?
I hope so, but
I do too.
It has just come to my attention. Do you know the name Tymora?
Well, yes, son. I introduced him to you. He's
right.
The man that's looking to take over the Witten. What's going on? You're like out of breath. What's happening?
I am just worried about his intentions. It sounds as though I spoke to him and he was not the most kind. And I know that I'm about to leave you to go on my pilgrimage, which I must do, but I'm worried about leaving you alone. Tymora is threatening to basically leave our family with no status after what happened with Broderick and father. And do you have any friends that you could stay with? It would make me feel so much better until I can sort things out.
Yes, I mean, I suppose I have some friends back in Malara, but why I don't understand. He's going to be a member of the Witten. Why would he do such a thing? Why would he strip us of our titles? That makes no sense.
It sounds as though it has something to do with me, and it sounds like it has something to do with Broderick. And unfortunately, with Father gone, I don't know what had happened with if Father had any dealings with this individual or not, but I fear that if Tymora were to take power, he would strip our family of status. And I just want you to be in a place where you are safe and under protection.
Yeah, should I go speak to him? Maybe should I give him a piece of my mind?
I fear that it will only make things worse. Just please lay low for me until I can figure something out, please. Would you do that for me, Mother? And just please.
Yes, I will do that. But please, just tell me if you find out what's happening. Don't leave me in the quiet. Inform me of what's happening. I'll be honest. The only friend that I can really go speak to is Tyr, and I don't really like her family very much. They're a little bit odd. So I can stay with them for a little while, but we have a home to keep, son. We have a status to maintain. We have people to pay. We have decisions to make. You know, we are not nobodies. We have to do something. We can't just sit in the shadows and let people push us out of power. We have to do something.
I understand. I just want you to have a backup plan in case something does happen, and just know I will be in contact.
My backup plan would be you, but you're leaving. She kind of like giggles and smiles to herself.
He puts a hand on her shoulder and says, "Mother, I do not make this decision to leave lightly. You know that. You know that I must do this.
I know.
So I will be in contact with you. Just please be careful and message me. Send me a letter if ever there is something that you need, and I will do whatever is in my power to ensure that you are safe and taken care of. Okay?
And the same for you, son. Please. I hope to see you after the wedding. Please don't leave without saying goodbye.
Mother, I would never dream of that. I would never dream of that. I promise.
Okay. And as this happens, you see Gargle tear off at speed, chasing after somebody, running just like in a blur past you and your mother talking.
I mean, I think he like takes a second. He's like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, "Mother, excuse me." And then he just goes dashing off after Gargle.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Sketch, Gueros, Wrecker.
Sketch is out, isn't he?
No, I got back.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I say Sketch is still looking for Poro, but he has no. I like. Can he be lost right now?
Sure. I mean, you would have seen if you would like to. It's up to you. You would have clearly seen Poro tear through the crowd. Like he's knocked a few servants' trays over and running out towards the office area. So, I mean, if you would have liked to have seen that, you could have very.
I feel like
easily. He's
Poro
kind of
would be
made
the
it.
one
I
to
see
get knocked
that.
around with his
Huh?
-1 strength.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's just bumping into people. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, sorry. Just trying to like run past everybody.
He's he looks different, right? He's got that illusion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Sketch forgot that he did that, and he kind of watches him. He's like, and then he just keeps looking.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
Weird.
Gueros, Wrecker.
Do we see Sketch and now Gargle running?
Well, you would see Gargle running, and then a few moments later, you see Octi kind of pat his mother on the shoulder, and then turn around and chase after Gargle.
Okay. I'm gonna head over that way too.
Okay. Wrecker.
Since I was with him before, I'll follow him.
Okay. All right.
Rekka,
So
Sorry.
go ahead. That's good.
I was gonna say,
Rekka, did you just see one of our companions going that way?
I think that might have been him. What are we supposed to call him again? David?
I don't care. David is fine.
Darian?
I'm going to call him.
Daniel?
Yes.
I think it's Daniel.
All right. So you guys make haste in chasing after everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
I'm gonna figure out what's going on. It's like, oh boy.
Okay, so Poro, you give chase after these individuals. You go through the office that you stepped into originally is just off to the left-hand side, and there's a long hallway that turns to the left. And off to the left-hand side, down the hall to the left, you can hear the sounds of like the kitchen and plates clattering and shuffling and movement around. And you saw just a glimpse of the people turn to the left. You're still a good like 60 feet away from them, but you saw them turn the corner and duck in down the hallway to the left.
All right, I'll go down there.
Okay, you
Chase
go
'em.
down there and you enter into what appears to be the kitchen space. There's a large metal shelves that are housing a bunch of not campfires, like small fires that are cooking various kinds of things, from noodles and you can see some fruits are being boiled, and a bunch of random things. It looks pretty hectic in here. It doesn't look like there's any there's people barking orders and shouting, and you can see the individuals kind of weaving and dodging through the kitchen.
Yeah. I'll chase after him.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Okay.
So, what the heck are you doing?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm a little curious to see what's happening. Man, Austin, I haven't gotten to talk to your character yet.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for us to to sit down and actually talk to everybody and give the whole because I'm curious, kind of catching up from you guys, like what you guys are kind of doing, and then also kind of figuring out how I'm gonna fit in with that.
We're tying off a lot of loose ends right now. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And maybe
Cut 'em
maybe starting
Okay.
some side quests.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry, dinner's ready. I was just telling everybody I'll be down in a minute. So it looks like they're making their way towards a back exit, and based on kind of the layout where you're running to, you are gathering that this is the exit that you saw the cart originally, where the two guards were flanking the exterior of the building, and those guards were kind of stationed in the alleyway. That seems like that's the direction they're making their way towards.
I will yell, thieves! to try to get people to grapple them.
Okay, they stop and kind of like turn at you, and one of them goes, "What do you make thieves wear?"
You grapple them.
No,
Chefs.
no, just a random sorry, I misexplained.
Oh,
just a random chef walks up to you, and or like somebody who's working in the kitchen goes, "What do you make thieves wear?"
The people running, dumbass. And I chase after him. I just ran past them.
Okay. All right, so they've made their way outside and they've turned the corner now into the alleyway.
All right. Outside by the guards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow him out there.
Okay. You follow them out there, and as you turn the corner, you see they have run further into the alley. They have picked up the cart and kind of like slid it in front of you to like slow your progress. And you see they're running towards a set of Opal Assembly guards down the way.
I'll stop. Actually, you know what? I'll just keep. No, I'll stop running. I'll stop running and just watch him.
Okay. They get to the division of Opal Assembly guards, both of them out of breath. None of them turn around in your direction, but they just like shout orders at the guards.
I'd like to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. All right. There is actually nobody in the alleyway. Everybody's kind of brought the carts and stuff inside, so you're able to cast invisibility. They don't even turn around. They just are like breathing heavy. You can see one has like kind of kneeling over and holding onto one knee kind of. And the other in the gray shirt is giving orders to the Opal Assembly guards, and he points off further into High Point, and then the guards escort the two away.
Oh, okay. So they weren't. I'll follow them.
Okay.
While invisible. And by the way, that breaks my disguise self.
Right. At this point, Gargle has caught up. You've caught up to where everybody is, and there's a lot of commotion and things happening. Somebody's looking for a thief, but you're not exactly sure what's going on. You make it to the exit, and you kind of look around, and there's nobody in the alleyway.
Huh.
But Spence or Poro, you see Gargle get to the entrance to the alleyway, like where you just came from. But you are invisible, so.
Darren.
I'm gonna keep.
Daryl. Daniel.
I'm gonna keep following them. The
Shoot,
guards
what was his
and the
name?
people.
Okay.
Devin.
I'll look
Darwin.
back briefly.
I'm sitting there screaming names.
Yeah, you see nothing, Gargle. Roll me a perception check.
DiGiorno. That was 16.
16. Are you completely invisible in stealth, or how does stealth work? Let's see.
Invisibility, you mean?
Yeah. Let's read it.
A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. The spell ends for a target that attacks
and
or casts a
this is
spell.
what I'm interested in. Hang on.
Okay.
This is what I'm interested in. An invisible creature is impossible to see without the age of magic or a special sense. So, regardless of your perception, you do not see Devin in front of you.
Devin.
Could you use your Hound of Ill Omen for this guy?
I could, but I think that's like a spell type thing. It'd break my invisibility.
Okay.
Okay, I guess once I realize that I can't see him, right? Because I can't right away, and he doesn't answer my screams, I'm gonna just be like, "I'll wait here." I shout into the darkness, I guess. Or is it? Wait, is it dark yet, or is it just afternoon?
It's getting close to evening.
I'll be here if you can hear me.
Do I hear him?
Yeah, you would hear him, definitely.
All right. Yeah, I don't say anything, but I hear him.
Okay.
All right. At this point, everybody is kind of like, cartoony on the cliff's edge where everybody bumps up into each other. Everybody's
Yeah.
bumping into each other at the doorway.
Everyone's
you all
caught up
catch
to like
each other.
me.
Yep.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
We were following the red one. We saw him running. And we saw
You saw him too? Yeah, he ran out this way and I lost him. I don't know where he went.
Why is he running?
That's why I was trying to figure out. I thought he was in trouble. Do you guys know?
If I knew, why would I be asking you?
I'm just looking for
Sketch, are you here? Is Sketch here?
No, Sketch is not there. Only
Sketch is off.
Octavius. Yeah.
Octavius, did you see what happened?
I saw you running, and I followed. I have no idea what's going on.
So you all run because I ran?
I assumed something was happening. I wasn't sure.
Okay. Well, we can go back inside. Enjoy the party.
It's at that moment, Gargle, that you begin to hear a change in the music.
Uh-oh.
You gotta be somewhere, boy.
I've been asked to help with the wedding. I will be back. So I'll take a quick jog to I guess look for Marisol to.
Marisol.
That's what I said.
If you'll excuse me,
Marisol.
I have somewhere to go.
Marisol.
Marisol. Yep.
So yeah, you find her, and she is semi-impatiently waiting outside of her door. So you can see her arms are crossed at her chest, and she's kind of like tapping her foot on the ground.
Sorry. Friend of mine got in trouble, I
Gargle,
think.
where were you?
One of my companions is might be in trouble, but it's okay. He can take care of himself.
Gargle, this is not the time for your adventuring. Okay, this is important to me.
I'm here, ain't I?
Jeez, not even married one day. You get nagged on.
I'm
Gargle,
here.
are you ready?
Here,
Is someone going to like explode out of the cake or something? Are you going to set the building on fire? Like, is something terrible about to happen? Please tell me.
Well, do you have any more to drink? That'd make a real good wedding.
Yeah, the after party will be plenty to drink for that. But are you ready for what I asked you to do?
I just walk, right?
Yes, I meant Goggle. Subtleties are lost on you. Understand that? Are you ready emotionally? Am I asking you too much?
No. I was
Shrug it.
concerned with your safety and your health, and if that's not an issue, I can live with everything else.
Okay. Well, shall we? And she kind of like puts her arm in like a V formation, bent down, angled down a little bit for you to kind of grab a hold of.
So I have to put my arm up.
Yeah, and you just kind of grab onto her arm. Yeah.
By the way, the armor, it was my dad's. Because I'm
Really?
wearing it.
She looks like genuinely surprised as you guys are walking down like the hallway towards the stage. Really, that's wonderful, Goggle. I hope you have many healthy years to come.
Yeah, killed the dragon who killed him, so life's good.
Indeed, life is pretty good. We can't do any serious RP with you guys. Like this is ridiculous.
Not with Dean here.
I thought
got-
Dio had some.
Yeah, Dio brought the seriousness up in the group. Now it's got to be Octavius's job.
And now
She
it's, now
walks
it's
you
just Dean.
to the staircase with the staircase that leads up to the stage itself. And she kind of like takes a deep breath and says, Gargle, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little nervous. Do you have any words for me?
Yeah. If you were given one opportunity, one moment to seize everything you ever wanted?
Oh my god.
Would you capture it or let it slip?
That's very moving, Gargle. Thank you. And she kind of like wipes a tear from her eyes and leans down and gives you a very soft peck on the lips. And then she kind of gestures forward up the stairs.
She kissed me.
Said all the right words there.
Sorry. It's so fun.
And in that moment, you're able to pass off Mayor Gisela, the woman that you've had a crush on for a few months now, watch her be married off to an individual that she doesn't necessarily know very well or even care for, but is doing so to bring more happiness and prosperity to her town. And in that moment, you recognize that although it might not be ideal and perfect, it's certainly noble and just. And you see her smile as she exchanges words with this, tall, handsome human man. They exchange a kiss, rings are given to each other, and as they step down and walk down the path laid out for them out the door, she gives you one long, genuine look and smiles softly and nods. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh gosh. With Poro running off his identity probably exposed.
Well, after an hour and the invisibility wears off, yeah, that'll definitely happen. But until then, I'm invisible.
That's true. Well, that was funny.
How'd you think, Gargle? What were you?
I mean,
or Dean, what'd you think?
The main thing I was searching for is because her assistant, what was his name? Jarvis.
Jarvis. Yeah.
Which, by the way, a good name for an assistant. He said she's getting married, not of her choosing. I was like, well, got to sort to that. Dwarves are a lawful race, so can't be a good dwarf and let something of not someone's choosing to happen. So, and he told us where the wedding was going to be. I was like, maybe she told, we tied off a loose end. It's done.
Time to go kill shit.
Yeah, exactly. I have a future. I still have a future ahead of me.
You got friends on.
Shut the hell up.
Do you want me to share what a little bonus that I give to you, Dean, or do you want me to do that in private?
No, you can do whatever. You can share it now.
So for that, Gargle, you're going to get an additional 1,000 experience.
Oh boy!
Wow! Bullshit.
You have inspiration for the next session.
Woohoo!
Wow.
That is
favoritism.
Dean's little story arc wrapped up.
Woohoo!
That's
Let's
cool.
go.
So,
He just
like at the very end of all this, however long that is, can you do a fast forward of what that might be between Gargle and
How about you let me DM my game?
No, I'm not saying. I'm just.
Wow, Ben.
I'm not backseat.
My story.
Metagaming.
Hey, he's doing good. See,
I wasn't saying that you weren't.
I've been telling everyone I don't know what Gargle's future looks like, and this session was going to show me the path, and now I think I know. So hey.
God, is he gonna commit suicide?
No,
He's
he
listening
is.
to White Snake.
His depression flaw is gone. He is no longer depressed, mainly because of the dragon. This just ties off something else. He was going in there with an open mind, an open heart. Okay,
he got cucked.
Not cucked. He barely knew the lady. There was
He got friend
potential.
zoned.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't care.
And he got simped.
There's more to life. There's more to life than a pair of legs there, sketchy boy.
Yeah.
you go in to get your dick sucked by the fattest hooker you can find.
Yeah, and you can't even get yours by that chick.
Oh, I can pay for it
Damn.
now, kiddo.
No, you couldn't.
I could. I'm still rich.
Sketch had enough money. You got a lizard to watch too.
I'm a freaking I'm a freaking mayor of a city, you know,
Not yet.
So
or a small
yeah,
town.
not yet. None of Sketch has something to do about it. Sketch is gonna be the mayor.
Next session, you're just throwing a coup to take over the town.
Start a coup, take over.
Join the
city.
fist.
Poro and Sketch leading the rebellion. Oh God.
Join the fist. Handing out flyers in the middle of the town.
Well, there you go, Dean. I hope you liked your little backstory, how it tied up everything together. Hope you enjoyed it.
I did. I am very content. Promise.
Content.
That was fun.
That's good. That's good. That's what you want to hear from your players. Is, yeah, it was decent. It was.
Well,
average.
I mean,
It was a 5
it's
out of
not.
10.
It's not like a
It worked.
picture. It's not a perfect, happily ever after.
Well, it's
But
not-
so I'm content with the
good.
ending. It's not like traditional, which is good.
Yeah, you don't always get the girl.
No, and
Yeah.
well, that was the thing. As I've been thinking about what I want to do in the future, and now I think I'm definitely leaning more 90% one way than I was 50% the other way.
What way are you leaning now?
Just to keep playing Gargle.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, we
Glad
talked.
to hear it.
I mean, I can share some of the things since if that's your decision.
Yeah. You
we
and I talked about it.
At length about what it would look like for Gargle to retire. So originally, the discussion that I had in the bottom of Autumn Alder, Gargle didn't see that coming just as much as the rest of you didn't see that coming. But I wanted to give Gargle an opportunity. He's kind of become, like it or not, meme or not, the de facto leader of the group. He's kind of been the person in charge. He carries the conversation. So I wanted to give him a chance to have more responsibility, but also a chance for Dean to say, hey, I want to try out this, Warforged fighter that I've been looking at or whatever. Then it would give him an opportunity to do that. So.
I just want to add some conjecture. Gargle and Dean, they both are a terrible, terrible talker. And
Well,
Poro's the real
I
leader.
don't see anyone else doing it. You have to be in disguise 90% of the conversations. you
Is
have.
that my fault? Yes, it is.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is. You made your
Yes, it
character. Who made your character?
I did, Dean.
Did
Did you write
That's
your
over there
backstory?
when you mentioned how he-
Yes.
Oh yeah. So then,
So
why do you have to hide?
Gargle name dropped the name Poro, and that had splinter effects through that group.
It was meant to be a whisper,
Well,
but I
a
guess I
name
didn't say
dropped.
that.
You didn't say I quiet. You have to say I quietly. You can go. Well, I said that quietly.
And so
Name
you just
dropped Poro and a natural 19 on perception check
oh fuck.
led to some dirty stuff. But no, I hope you enjoyed the thing, Gargle. I had your backstory planned out for a while, and I wanted you guys to fight a green dragon at some point, and I had a vision for all that. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
This is all good, and now we just gotta. Let's. Jexay's been halfway decent to us. Let's keep
And-
him from losing his job.
By the way, probably the best way to put a new party character in. It felt like very natural. By the way,
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys.
Austin and
Both
I
of you
worked on
guys.
that. That was
Much better than when Poro was introduced.
Yeah, that cue was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
I
like
really like
Poro.
that scene.
I was originally going to have Austin sit out of the Discord completely and then PM him like right when I wanted to introduce him and just have him jump in. But yeah,
I wanted
I
to
thought it was good. It
do a
felt
different
good.
way.
I only decided against it because everyone, like, I was playing games with everyone all day. It's like, what was I going to use an excuse? Like, oh, sorry, I can't make it to the session all of a sudden, you know?
Well,
You
you
have to
did
work
say you're
tomorrow?
going to get some snacks at the gas
Yeah, I guess I could have taken extra long on the snacks.
True.
You said
Sure,
snacks
we
for
were.
the session.
we were having some good hunt games.
Yeah, we were.
Well,
Four-man
Dean,
hunt.
I'm reminded of some token lyrics that describe your situation perfectly. Let me see if I can find them.